I don't care. It's 1-0. We're fucking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people, we are back again. What a great start it has been to our weekend, to Easter weekend. A lot of this Easter stuff has haunted us over the years, but hopefully that has changed because Southampton now take on Middlesbrough. But what a start. Ipswich and Leeds fans licking their lips at the prospect. Look, at the end of the day, after this, we might see Leicester City not even in the top two, which would be wild. Which would be absolutely wild. It would be insane, people. Did Christopher gift 50 more just... Have I missed that? I don't know, man. Mental. Great start to the day. Look, crazy numbers as well. Big up to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. As you know, it means so much. So, yeah, you're legends. And let's start this off with a bang, yeah? So, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. It massively helps. What's this? Oh, I don't know what that was about. Yeah, fancy seeing you here. Listen, it don't stop, does it? One after the other. Bang, bang, bang. No, Andreas, I don't hate them, bro. I don't hate them. I like them. It's just obviously there are rivals, bro. That's all it is. I don't hate Leicester, not by any stretch of the imagination. That you're our rival right now, right? You stand in the way of Leeds United being promoted as champions. You know what I mean? So that's all it is. There's nothing outside of that. But yeah, don't worry about that. There's no hard feelings. Bristol City, though, what a win. What a win it was. Goal from Ameti. Quarter of the season, it's just another game. Exactly. Let's get the lineups on anyway. Let's get the lineups on for this game. Southampton take on Middlesbrough. Let's get the lineups in and go through them. So, for Southampton in goal, you've got Bazunu, Bree, Stepens, Harwood. I'm just going to put Harwood B. Kyle Walker-Peters, Small, Bone, Flynn Downs, Adam Armstrong, Stewart, sorry. Up top, Adam Armstrong. And then Shea Adams and Suleimana. There you go, Suleimana in there. And then for Middlesbrough, it's Dieng, it's Engel, Clark, that man Ayling. Go on, Bill! Jones, Isaiah Jones, O'Brien. Brien, yeah. Finn Azaz in the centre, good player. Bar, Laser, Johnny Howson, Latte, Laugh, and then Greenwood, Sam Greenwood up top. Love it. Ayling right of a back three, I think. Right of a back three. They must be light there because Clark started as well. They might have a few injuries, maybe Middlesbrough. That could be why. Big up to Joe. I know, Leicester in the form guide, 21st. It is insane, you know. They are literally 21st. 21st after 10 games. After last 5. Borough is Yorkshire, yeah. Let's invite them on White Rose Rivals. Oh, man. When's kickoff? 3 o'clock, mate. 3 minutes time. We will be there. Russell Martin, I can't stand him either. Borough Cleveland, yeah. Not today, the North Yorkshire. Big up to Evie. Smashed me all over in the quiz. Well done. 1 sec. I reckon Joe gave it answers. Joking, of course. So excited that Leicester lost. If only Ipswich would do the same. Ailing to get the winner. Be nice, wouldn't it? They're coming out onto pitch now. Johnny Howson, Luke Ayling and Sam Greenwood. Come on, the boys. Come on, the boys. That's all we want. We need them to do it. All three to score. Can you imagine if they did? Literally helicopters. Listen, folks, if you haven't already, smash a like, though. We've been killing it today. Great on the earlier stream. Thank you so much for all the support, as always. Great to see. What a game it was as well. I'll have a YouTube short coming your way very soon of the goal reactions. We might have to get something locked up for locks as well. Yeah, man. Helicopters, you know, man. Is it too early for a beer? Never, Roy. Get on it, my son. Get on it. Do that, man. We're flying. Never too early for a beer. Listen to Rickard. Kamara bundles one in tonight. I hope you're right. Come on, then. We might be a little bit slightly behind. Obviously, no Sky today. We're listening to radio, so yeah. Leeds to be the only team to win today from the top four. Graham, don't. That would be the best Easter. The bestest Easter we could ever dream of, man. Can't even lie. Yeah, great, man. Great start to the day, man. Great start to the day. Let's keep it going. Problem is, if all three scored, Southampton will likely score 4, yeah. I am, bro, yeah. Straight after this, Blackburn versus Ipswich, and then we're back for Leeds, of course, as well. 2 for Dan James, yeah. We will be there. We will be there. Ooh. Middlesbrough was part of Yorkshire, but those pesky politicians changed the borders. Exactly. Yeah, sod the beer. Leicester lost. Get in the whiskey. Love it. I hear ya. Keep me up to date with these teams as well. Remember, we put a free bet on earlier on. Yous picked it. So we had Cardiff versus Sunderland draw. Huddersfield to get... Sorry, Coventry to beat Huddersfield. Hull to beat Stoke. Norwich to beat Plymouth. And Preston to beat Rotherham. And a draw Cardiff-Sunderland. You picked that, remember, folks. I've also got a fiver on Preston, Norwich, Lincoln, Wincoln. Preston, Norwich, Lincoln, Wigan and MK Dons all to win. 18 to 1. Boom. DJ to take the penalty miss out on Watford. Nah. By the way, Joe, great way to spend Good Friday here on the channel. Big up. We will be doing the same Easter Monday as well, so make sure you are there. Make sure you are there. Right, we're underway now anyway. Let me get the timer ready for you. First half clock is a go. Southampton 0. And Middlesbrough 0. What I'm going to do as well, actually, is just... I'm going to put the multi-screen on so we can have Sky Sports News on at the same time, folks. So just bear with us 1 minute so we can find out what the other scores on the doors are in all the other leagues. So just give us 1 sec there. Oh, we want that one, don't we? No. Sorry, folks. Getting excited for tonight. Yeah, City Arsenal Sunday, Joe. No, I'm busy, bro. Where's that game? Where's the thing? Potentially, though, I shall let you know. Right, there we go. Let me just put this on there. Where's Sky Sports? There we go. Is it a corner kick early doors? There we go, Sky Sport News. Millwall West Brom finished 1-1, by the way. Wow. There you go. Southampton, yeah, we're locked in now. Smallbone with the cross. That picture for Southampton's crisp. Early chance. Middlesbrough need to get clear. They want handball. Nothing going. Greenwood, Ayling, House and Leeds expects you to do your duty. Exactly, man. Tell them. We need them, don't we? Listen, there's 829 people as well. If you haven't already, please do smash a like on the video for me. Make sure you subscribe as well. We want to try get close to 28k today. It'd be great if we could do that. We're on 27,757, so less than 250 away. Hang on, I'm going to pin a chat. Yeah, John Swift was a pen, mate. Yeah. John Swift was a pen. Yeah, 28k today, peeps. If we can subscribe, that'd be great. Sorry. Chance. Latila. Get it back post. Oh, he was running in there as well. That'd have been a great start, wouldn't it? He scored against us a couple, Latila, didn't he? Do you know what? I'm getting hungry, man. I might have to make a little order, you know, peeps. Just so you know. I hope you don't mind. Yes, we are there, man. We are there, mate. Every day. We will be there. We're going to be there today, don't worry. We will be there. Southampton's gone on the little thing for me, both of them, actually. Come on. Sorry about this. Joe, they said you were crazy to say we would win the league. Preach, bro, preach. We told them, didn't we? We were there, man. We told them, man. There was people out there that told you that we would never even get, like, top 6 and all this sort of stuff. And then, like, sticking the neck out saying, this person's going to... You don't know sticking the neck out. I said, I found a tweet back in September where I said we would go up. Yep. Done out here. Portsmouth have just gone 1-0 up against Wickham. Big up to you. You know, you're a real one. Lewis, Darryl, Chris and Matthew all became members of the Just Joe Football Show today. Yeah, man, exactly, man. We said, didn't we? A little bit, mate. Yeah, a little bit. Like I say, let's keep... I don't know, mate. What shall I good? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to have a look, though, because I'm starving, man. I can't even lie. I am absolutely starving. Saints stats, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Here's Armstrong for Southampton. Out wide. I just hope today's day gets better, you know what I mean? Like, I would love it. Isaiah Jones. Good challenge by Walker Peters. That Maidenhead have gone 1-0 up against Aldershot. Is that Michael Beale chatting on QPR? He's been sacked, hasn't he? Get in the bin. Get a family bag of Walkers. Love it. I see what you did there. Let's do it. A grab bag of cheese and onion as well. Cheese and Lineker or whatever they were called. No, that was cheese and Owen, weren't it? It was salt and Lineker. Salt and Lineker and cheese and Owen. Do you remember them? Yes, exactly, man. We there. Yeah, Michael Beale on thing. 37. Right, let's have a look. The German doner kebabs are nice, but I don't fancy that today. So just order an Easter egg. Contribution for your order. Big up to you, Ricard Wigstrom. Big up to you. Where's your name from, bro? Tell me. Is it Swedish? Yeah, man. Legend, mate. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support. I've had loads of support today. It means a lot, man. They're called chips. They're called chips, man. Michael Beale for Leicester. Do it. Dagenham Redbridge have gone 1-0 up against Boreham Wood. Exeter 1-0 up. Charlton Wickham have equalised against Portsmouth. Huddersfield Coventry is 0-0. Massive game that is in the hunt for promotion. That smells like promotion. I get a Subway, Shut up. See, why though? Why do that? You've got to take your medicine, haven't you? I don't get it, me. You've got to take your medicine. I don't understand it. Unless someone's been abusive, then you've just got to take your medicine for me. Like, imagine how much I would get battered if we didn't go up, but I wouldn't start muting people and that. Or removing them. You just got to take it's part of the game, innit? As everyone would say. I love this game. Yeah, Subway is a shout, innit? I haven't had a Subway for a while either. The baller. Pork and beef meatballs, pepperoni, Monterey Jack, cheddar cheese, crispy onions, peppers and marinara sauce, which is banging. Goal for Wickham. Oh, we're getting to see the goals on Sky Sports as well. I love that. Banter is harmless. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. The notorious BMT. Ham, pepperoni, salami, jack cheddar, lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, red onions, chipotle sauce. Like that. Tex-Mexican. Nah. Big Bombay. Nah, I didn't like that. Great Caesar, meatless fillet. Tuna tato. Tuna mayonnaise, hash browns. Nah. New garlic cheese steak, Philly steak, Monterey Jack cheddar, American style cheese, lettuce. Smallburn chance. Armstrong, heavy touch, kept it in. Smallburn dinks it back up. Headed out by Ayling. Well done, Bill. Well done, Bill. Ayling, great header, Yeah, they're going round the grounds. Yeah, it's got to be the baller, hasn't it, Darryl, just because of today as well. I think that's where I've got to go, the baller. But it's just very messy. Are you okay with me being messy on the stream? Yeah, you haven't got a choice anyway. Foot long all day. Choose me bread. I'm going to go hearty Italian for my Italian urban cheese for my man Andrea. Make it toasted. Add it. Does it not come as a meal? Why didn't it come as a meal, man? What's all that about? I have to buy it separate. Plymouth 1-0 up against Norwich. Great header as well. Great header, who is it? Oh, it's Morgan Whittaker, of course it is. Morgan Whittaker has put Plymouth 1-0 up against Norwich. That's a surprise. That's a turn up for the books, Norwich will come back, though, surely. Of course it's Whittaker, he says. Of course, it's true. Free sticky toffee pudding cookies. Oh, didn't even know they were a thing. When did they come in? Definitely one of them. Drink. Drink. Oh, do they do Monster? Oh, they don't do Monster. They don't do Monster. But I'll have one of them instead. Get it up, yeah. Costa Latte. Delivery. ASAP. Sorry about this. There we go. Order confirmed. Boom. Food's in the bag. Southampton have scored. It's a goal. Southampton have scored, and of course it's that man again, Adam Armstrong. There you go. Adam Armstrong's put Southampton 1-0 up. We can't have it all, peeps, but it don't matter. It's cool. There you go. There's the goal. Adam Armstrong, of course he scored. It's what he does, man. It's what he does. How many has he scored? Is he top scorer as well, I swear? You know, at this rate, Leicester might not even finish top 4. Good finish, though, to be fair. Goalkeeper, got to do better, actually. Goalkeeper's got to do better. Billy Earling gets beat a little bit too easy as well. I can say that nowadays. Terrible clearance by Johnny Howson. The Leeds lads are actually mugging us off there. What was all that about? Armstrong gets beat too easy. Cross comes in. Sunderland 1-0 up. And Johnny Howson with a slicer. Sunderland 1-0 up. Awuchi with the penalty. And Adam Armstrong obviously finds the back of the net. Here's the penalty. I don't know how that's a penalty, you know. It looked like he dived to me. Awuchi straight in the top of the net. 1-0 to Sunderland. Southampton due a good run. It wasn't Ayling's fault, man. It was Johnny Howson's fault for the slice in the box. He should have got cleared. Southampton could run away with this. Chance for Borough. Southampton well on top. Kyle Walker-Peters round his man, cut in, strike. Ooh, almost two. Yeah, flying, innit? Flying. Can't lie. He's had a great season. They're looking good. Don't forget, folks, smash a like on the video for me. Let's get up to 500. Nearly 2-0 it was. Yeah, exactly, Mill and Chip. The important one was Leicester, wasn't it? We need to focus on those. Yeah, he's taking some stick. Why? You just played, for God's sake. QPR chance. Cross. Good save. Really good save. It's a massive game, that, isn't it? QPR Birmingham. Dog snoring. Can you hear the dog? You can never normally hear him with this. I'll need to turn my mic down a little bit then, if you can hear the dog. Hopefully, can't hear it. But yeah, he is. God knows how many times we're linked with Armstrong. Not that one, bro. I don't remember him. If it's 3-0 at half time, you can take a break. Yeah, Jameson, that's a good point. We can, yeah. Nah, I don't think he has been poor, Jamie. Not according to my pals. I wouldn't have thought so. No, you can't. Oh, right, you can't hear the dog. Someone can. I don't know. Ipswich Southampton Monday. Yeah, that's going to be a big game, innit? Massive game, in all honesty. All that talk for food. I'm making a bacon sarnie, says Mark. Get in there, bro. Get one made. I can't wait for mine. The thing is, when it's a major chain like your Subways, your McDonald's, your Burger Kings, the order comes quick. Do you know what I mean? Chance. Isaiah Jones, cut back. Good defending in the end there, to be fair. Are you wanting to draw Ipswich versus Southampton? Yeah, I guess. I guess that would that work? Yeah, point. Yeah, probably. Coventry now 1-0 up. According to the chat, Barnsley losing against Cambridge. Who've Cov got now? I forgot. Huddersfield, aren't they? Huddersfield are going down, man. After their draw in their cup final, they have just absolutely fallen off a cliff. Doing like double and triple sessions to play Leeds United, and then what? Here is the goal, look. Oh, it's a great finish. It is a great finish as well. Ellis Sims cuts in at the edge of the box and just smashes it into the roof at net. Top corner jobber. Top corner jobber. Bang, Cov. Good afternoon, Colin. If Southampton lose this, then we want Southampton. I don't think they'll lose this now at this point. Now they're 1-0 up. Sounds mad. I know it's early, but it's mad. Sad to see Huddersfield fall. They used to be so good. Nah. No, it is not sad. It is not sad, my man. It is glorious. When were they so good? Do you mean when they were in the Prem once? Is that what we're referring to? I don't know if they were so good, you know. Yeah. The Leeds United prize sold out as well, by the way. That draw is soon. Make sure you check out Football Prizes, though. They've got an Easter egg extravaganza going on, right? Which is absolutely banging, by the way. There's still... I don't know how many tickets that is. Massive, my strong point. I'll show you now, though. There are... why am I going up here? There are still 56 tickets available. It's only £2.36 today, and look at the stuff you can win, man. Like 250 quid, you know, electricals, PS5s, all that sort of stuff. You know, so get involved. Make sure you do. £2.36 a go. There's still 50 odd prizes. Got to be in it to win it. Yeah, man. Coventry have scored. Yeah, Ellis Sims with a wonderful strike, I may add. I really need a coffee. Will someone come and make us a coffee, please? Anyone in the Sunderland area? Yes, please do. Get an app, Joe. Big game now, man. We're power on through, man. This is Good Friday. Extravaganza. Sleep tonight, and then I've got my hike tomorrow, so... Ellis Sims is on fire. Is he, bro? 'Cause he's been poor, like, at the start of the season. Is he scoring goals for fun now? I wasn't aware of that, Jen. Suleimana. Stoke. Southampton are well on top, though, in this one. Yeah. Borough shite, says Lee. Everyone, like, everyone sort of backed them to make the playoffs at least, didn't they? Or push the dark horse and that, but it just hasn't really worked, to be honest. Look at the Preston game, man. It's hailing. How's it hailing? I'll jump on the bike, says Jamie. How's it hailing in Preston? Is it nice where you are? It's nice where I am. Gabajan says make or break tonight. We lose that and I'm very concerned. How do you work that out when Leicester got beat? It's not make or break. We could get a point. It wouldn't be that bad. Armstrong cross. Gabajan, you're so negative, mate. How did it make or break? Literally, if we win, man. The dogs are going downstairs, neighbours banging. Borough, Ported, Ajo, Sunshine in Durham. Yeah, I'm watching that game. Preston, Rotherham. Hope the Millers get a positive result today. I've got Preston on a bet, so I hope they don't. No, but Jamie, a point isn't a good result. I didn't say that, did I? But it won't be that bad considering Leicester lost. Got to win every game. Snowing in Queensborough. Is it, Roy? Is it snowing in Halifax, bro? Well, that way. Swindon beating Notts County 1-0. Don't forget to smash the likes for me, folks. We've got 339. Let's get 350, please. Let's get 350 tonight. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Come on, man. We've been saying this for weeks. We've been saying it. 5 starters out, says Jared. How do you know? Who said? No guarantees. I think some of them play. I wouldn't. Yeah. No, he's always working on his car. He's always got his head in the in his bonnet and stuff. Sims 2-0 Cov. Bit of leg for you. See that clicky there? Oh, you missed it. 2-0 Cov. Ellie Sims. Huddersfield are going down. Huddersfield losing. Sims again. Huddersfield are going down. What does that do for the live standings? Let's have a look. Minus 21 goal difference. Sheff Wednesday win. They're above them. They need Birmingham to drop points, and Sheff Wednesday could be out of the drop zone. Ellis Sims, 16th minute and 22nd. There you go. Boom. He's flying, isn't he? 16 goals. Really? I genuinely didn't know that. He's really popped up, hasn't he? Where does it put them in race for playoffs as well? 7th. 1 point behind Norwich, so they want to hope that Norwich lose this to Plymouth, but I can't see it. I think Norwich will come back. For sure. Flynn Downs brought down. Latila. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, Gerard, there's no... Just because you mentioned him, you don't know, do you? I think Nont will be all right. He came back complete. I think Gruyev might be all right. Roberts probably. Rutter, we'll have to wait and see. The Wales lads will be all right. We'll have to wait and see, but we still should have more than enough to beat Plymouth, I think, anyway. Preston 1-0 up now versus Rotherham. Goal confirmed. Somerville not scored in 7 yet, but he's still at impacted games, hasn't he? Still impacted games. Chance here. Southampton popping it about greatly in the box. They'll see this. Honestly, 2 games in hand. They're well on board with it, man. Farker was bluffing. That's what I mean. He might be, bro, for all we know, don't we? He might have been, mate. They might have been, so... Watford, not Plymouth. Did I say Watford? My bad. Yeah, we know, mate. Yeah. Yeah, Dwayne Holmes, the scorer for Preston, Rotherham. Armstrong, cross. Ooh. Headed out. It's another corner to Southampton. They're well on top of Middlesbrough here, by the way. Middlesbrough ain't got a kick. Normally, they do all right as well. Joe Tiffany said Gruyev will be there. Joe Tiffany ain't got Scooby-Doo. But maybe he will be, I don't know. Anyone heard from Enzo? They want him out, man. They want him out. I wonder, should we have a look on the Leicester Twitter? See what they're saying. So much fun. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have a look at my bookmarks. Man. Does anyone know if that Ayo Tanaka's played for Luton yet? By any chance? I don't know. Wow, look at these bookmarks. Yeah, he has. How did he get on? Any good? I need to have a look. He played against Bournemouth 4-3 loss and he was really bad, like horrible, says no name. There you go. Wow. Firpo in the squad, says Jamie. Is that what you're hearing? We will be there. Turns out Jer's free today, so I think Jer's gonna pop in and speak to us. a little bit later on. See you later, Joe. Can feel a Blackburn winning coming. Gans, Pedersen to score. Let's hope so. Gastro says, Joe, what's your prediction? City versus Arsenal. I think City will win. They're too good at home. Just seeing that Preston goal now crossed. Do you know, like, is it because I was told, you know, like there's other content creators out there like said that like Southampton were the best and then Ipswich were the best and then not Ayo Tanaka, sorry. Lockie, man, if you're watching, come and join me, Lockie. Not Ayo Tanaka. I'm on about who was I on about, man? You know what I'm on about, the right back. What's he called? Sorry. And then Leicester were also going to win the league. Never Leeds, never backs Leeds, ever. I wonder what it'll be this week. Ever. Hashiyoko, that was it. Hashiyoko. Big up, Sean. Happy 1 year for me and my crazy takes. If we win today, we promoted, methinks. Yeah, let's hope so, Sean. Let's hope so. Chance for Middlesbrough. Finazaz! Oh, he's hit the post! Finazaz has just hit the post for Middlesbrough. Unlucky. Sunderland 2 up. Wow, that's our bet done. We went for a draw. People. Bellingham with the goal. There you go, Bellingham. Yeah, big up Lockie. He's going to pop in and see us today at some point. He's just doing some housework with me and his peepers. Big up to you, man. We got Jer joining us as well, so that's good, man. Big up to Stevie. Sean's being positive. Jesus, we're going up, lads. Shut up shop, he says. This is what I'm saying. They all come round eventually. Yeah, Joe Bellingham confirmed. Sunderland scored. Where do you get Gabajan? Why? I swear you do it to trigger me. You don't really believe that we're finishing third. You can't. You cannot. Surely not. Right, my driver's been at the restaurant now for ages. What's going on here? Get the food. You big stiff idiot. Do you know what I mean? Joe Lockie, Joe Boom. Yeah, man. Yeah, I will do, bro. I will do. We will be there. Russ Vernon, Life of a Journalist. Big love, Lockie, he says. Jer says CR821. He will be here soon, hopefully. He's probably setting up. Portsmouth now 2-1 up against Wickham. MK Dons have gone up 1-0 up against Walsall. Goal from Emre Tezgel. MK Dons 1-0 up. That's good for the bet. Preston are winning. Norwich aren't. Lincoln. What are Lincoln doing? Lincoln got a win, haven't they? They don't lose. What about Wigan people? Oh, Jer's with us now. Let me just put my headset on. Make sure I can hear him. First and foremost. Let me check that this is on. Might not be on. How do I check? There we go. His name is Jer. I don't actually know Jer's name. That's last name. That's bad, isn't it? Jer. I do, but I don't off the top of my head. Why am I... Right, come on now. I want to make sure. Why? Oh, sorry about this, Joe. Turned them off, not on. Now I think we can. Here we go. Here's Joe. Joe Lynch, man. That's it. His name is Joe. Joe Lynch. Big up, Joe.
Hi, sorry, man.
How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
Yeah, what a start.
I know, right?
Day.
Must win.
Exactly. But what
although, again, I don't think it draws at the worst. I
don't think it draws
the worst.
No.
Not the end of the world, but I'd like a win, but not the end of the world.
Yeah. I like that top, mate.
Yeah, I got that. I was doing a bit of social media work for the FAI for the amputee teams during the summer, doing some filming for them when they were playing England. So they gave me all the gear. I was like, nice.
Nice.
Just at the one game, and that was it.
Yeah, man. So how have you been, brother? All good?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, busy week of work, but finished now. So settling in for today to watch the game. So I watched your stream. Do you know what? Feel for Locks.
Yeah.
Genuinely feel for. I was watching him going, we know that feeling. That was us against Derby. That was.
I don't feel for him because I know what he's like, man. He's smug as oak,
know.
man. So
I know. But in that moment, I kind of looked at him and going, I was the same against Derby. Like, look, pure crestfallen. Like, the world has just opened up and swallowed them. But hey, this is the redemption arc that Jesse Marsh has been waiting for. This is the one. Sack Maresca, give it to Marsh.
Yes,
and then it's redemption.
True. It would be class if they did, wouldn't it? Imagine they did.
Yeah, excellent.
Mad.
Excellent.
Yeah. Do you reckon Borough? I don't know if you've seen anything of Borough, but Southampton are on top. Like, I can't see.
They've been weird this year, bro. They've got these little runs of games where they've looked like they're putting together some sort of form, and then they lose silly games. But there's goals in them.
Yeah.
But I don't see Southampton losing today. But to be fair, I didn't see Leicester losing either.
No.
You know, and
Well, I
the
don't
chances
know.
then Brady's open goal was shocking.
He missed a lot, didn't he? He missed a lot.
Missed two.
Yeah.
It was two good ones. One that clipped the outside of the post, and then the first half, and then the second half, one where he's right in front of the goal. You know, just put it in. But
good save though, but yeah, he should have scored it as well, shouldn't he?
I think he should have. I should have buried it. You can definitely see he hesitated. Like there was a hesitation, and that gave the keeper great save by the keeper earlier.
It was.
It was an open goal at one point. When the ball came into him, all he had to do was turn and hit it first time. It was goal.
Yeah.
But he hesitates. But
yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he does.
it's well.
I know. Do you look? The mad thing is, right? If Ipswich win against Blackburn, and Blackburn are poor, if Ipswich do win, they'll be out of the top two, man. Like that's wild.
Considering how far, I mean, I know we bottled it the year we were top.
Yeah, of course.
But not by 17 points.
No.
And not this far into the season. Like, I mean, did anybody, genuinely, outside of Bambi on who does comments on my channel and your channel from time to time, outside of him who's been saying all year we're winning the league, outside of him, did anyone genuinely believe this was possible? Like that they would fall apart to this level?
70
I fully expect them to do it. 70, but I fully expected after the break. I fully expected them to. Sorry, I've just seen someone say turn on my green screen. No, because then half my body disappears.
Give it a go. Show them.
Don't activate your green screen. Hang on. I've got yes.
Are you ready for some magic, people?
Half of me will disappear now. There you go. Slow news day, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, man. It is. It is a slow news day. Have you previewed Watford, mate, with stats?
No, I wasn't around last night, and I've had a really tough couple of weeks with work, so I wanted to go to the beach with the dog and go for a big long walk and clear my head. Nice. So that's what I did instead. So we decided to just put it on hold for last night. I'll do a review in the morning, but it won't be a straightforward game. Like Watford are not rubbish, you know.
Do you not think?
Not rubbish.
Nobody. No, they've got some good players, by the way. Like on their day, they've got obviously what's his face, who we were linked to before. What's his Emmanuel Dennis, and there's a kid called Asprilla up top. And the good thing is though that Wesley Hoyt at centre back, he's suspended, so that's a big win for us because he's a good player. But I think we should have too much for him. I can't see how Tom Cleverley puts together a plan to beat.
Come on, yeah, that was a strange one. I saw him. Talksport fans asking Troy Deeney to get involved with Tom Cleverley and give him a hand. I'm like, God, you're desperate if you're doing that. The man's a lunatic. Absolutely lunatic.
He is. He's bad. He's bad. James Hall said, "Cheers, Bristol. Locks is crying." Yeah, it was good. Did you watch the game, Drew?
I watched your Watchalong.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Was you?
Watchalong, yeah. Yeah.
What weekend league or
career mode?
Where are we Leeds in the Prem Champions League? What's the story?
We were Leeds, then I got no money and I wanted to do bigger things, so I'm at Atletico.
Oh, really?
I'm on a second season rebuild with Atletico. Yeah, so I pretty much sold half the team as soon as I got in, and then I've been trying to rebuild the team with younger players now. So,
Nice.
it's a very strong Leeds flavour to the team, though. There's a lot of either players Leeds have signed or players that have been linked with Leeds. So,
have you brought Archie in?
No, because the save I have at the moment, his stats aren't great. Like but every other save he looks brilliant, and then every opposite one he's not. Same for some strange reason, Joffe ends up always playing for Dortmund and looks phenomenal playing for Dortmund, but then he doesn't do it for me. But no, I got Gio's in the team, Rodon's in the team because I just want Rodon in every team I have. Calvin's in the team, and because I'm playing a Bielsa 4-1-4-1. Single pivot, stick Calvin in there, spray the balls around. So yeah,
all at Atletico, yeah. Where did Simeone go, man? He's their go, isn't he? What do you think he'll ever leave Atletico?
I don't know where he goes if he leaves Atletico. Like,
I think his style would be suited to English game, though.
Italy, I think like a big job in Italy, but then what's the ceiling with Italy? Like, what can you really do with an Italian club in Europe? There's not a huge amount you can do with them. You know, there's no money there.
Joe, I'm going to give you a question to answer while I just go and get my lunch. There you go.
You got to make your lunch. I'm filling in for you. How can you say this won't be a difficult game? See, do I answer this as Joe would answer this, or do I answer this as how I would answer this? If Joe was answering this, what would he say? He'd say, because it's not a difficult game, because Leeds are ace, and there's no problem. Never in doubt. Don't worry about it. All sorted. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was. It was a Subway.
You said make your lunch like you honestly just like make a hot pot or something. Like, how long am I going to be here for?
No. One thing was saying he's ordered Subway. Yeah, I haven't eaten, man. So Preston now 2-0 up versus Rotherham. So there you go.
Really positive for losing as well.
Let's talk about our lineup, mate, because there's a lot of injuries, right? So
They're worried, aren't they?
Who you expected to line up?
I think I said this a while ago. I've stopped trying to predict Daniel Farke's lineups because he plays games as well, doesn't he? I'm checking my microphone's the right microphone. My microphone keeps disconnecting and connecting to my camera. Sometimes it sounds crap. I don't think all the injuries are as bad as he thinks. I think Gio plays. I think Gio will play. Same.
I do.
I don't know about the Welsh lads. I know you said they should be fine, but I don't know. I don't know about all four of them. I think Grill will be fine as well because he came off at half time. I think that might just be a precaution kind of thing. He came off at half time in Bulgaria's game, so that could just be a case of I felt something, I'm going to step away. But Farke is likely to play games with people as well. I go back to the start to say earlier on the season when he told us that Rutter didn't train all week, wouldn't play, no chance of being in the team, and then he starts. So he's got form. He's done it before. So, yeah, I think what have we got? O'Malley in goal, right back. Depends on the midfield. I think Kamara starts because he didn't play for Finland during the week, so he's at a rest, which is nice. Kamara plays. I think it's Ampadu and Rodon at the back.
Do you think Gray goes in midfield or Gruyev will make it, do you think?
I think Gray will make it. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll make it. The fullback one's an interesting one because if Firpo's out, then
apparently, according to some, Firpo's in the squad. Apparently, people were saying.
I think he'll make him play. I think he'll genuinely make him play. This twitchy thing when I do this with my arm all the time. I've got fucking trapped nerve in my shoulder all the time, and my arm goes mad. I think Byron plays right back if Gruev doesn't make it and Archie goes into the centre of the park, which fine. The only thing is I don't think we've seen Archie play with Kamara. That's a partnership that hasn't really played, and it's kind of two not so sitting deep midfielders. And I like Gruev in front for that cover for the sweep attacks that he makes. I think Gio will be in the 10, and if Pirro's in the 10, I'm not worried about it as long as Bamford's starting. I think they'll be okay. I know he's not. I watched DV on Or No Better earlier on saying like he's not as creative, and he's not as creative, but he's tidy. Like he keeps the ball moving. If he minimizes his touches, he can link up the play quite well. Willie's the question mark, but then I wouldn't be against Dan James is scoring on Ellen Road on a regular basis, so I wouldn't be against that. And then I think they did the square ball did a thing opted, and it was start Dan James in Ellen Road and start Willie Nanto away. because that's where all the goals are coming from. Nanto scoring all of his goals outside of Ellen Road. James scoring all of his goals in Ellen Road. So you just keep swapping them over for away home. You get the best out of them. So, but I wouldn't have an issue with Dan James, and it'd be nice to Dan to get a little bit of a lift after the penalty miss during the week. And then I think Cree plays due a goal. This is the longest streak he's gone without a goal this season, 7 games. I think, but again, as you said already, he's been contributing in other ways as well. He distracts teams. I mean, the fact that he is on the pitch means they've got to think about him, and that frees up space for other players. So yeah, and then Paddy up front. I mean, that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, it's Byram left back, Shackleton right back, Gray and Kamara in the middle of the park, James, Somerville, Pirro in the front, but it's still a decent, still a good side. This is where the depth gets tested. This is where we're going to see. We just need to avoid any defensive injuries. Or the other one that could happen, which is slightly out of left field. I know nobody's talked about it, but you could see Ampadu go into midfield and Charlie Creswell come in, or you could see Liam Cooper come in at the back for Ampadu to move into midfield. That could happen as well. If he doesn't think they're going to be attacked that much, we've said these players are going to have to play a part at some point this season, and it could be now, especially with the game on Monday night as well.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think people are saying, like a few people in the comments on my last video were saying, we need to get Joseph in. But with Bamford, it's like 10 and 9. It's pointless, isn't it? I think anyway. Yeah.
I think they're a replacement for each other. I like Paddy does all the work, tires at the backs, and then Joseph comes in with the burst of pace and energy towards the last half an hour. I think it works. But I do think Joseph will start a game between now and the end of the season. I think he will get his moments against somebody. But again, as we said about Banter a couple of weeks ago, he scored when we talked about him against Sheffield Wednesday. It was like Joseph needs to start, Paddy starts, scores. Yeah, that's it. There's no need to. I mean, Farke is not going to upset an apple cart at this point of the season.'s going to keep the team as consistent as he can. Exactly. Yeah, unless the injuries are bad. But thinking about Rutgers, and it's a single hernia. It's a single hernia. It's a sports hernia as well, which is slightly different. Stroke was out for 10 days with a double hernia. Had a double operation and was back in 10 days to play. Gio's had 1. And he had, as far as I can see, he had the operation very early in the break as well. So he's had 10 days to recover. Yeah. So, and he's trained this week.
Yeah. And that was like Wednesday, weren't it? Do you know what I mean? So I think they've just played it perfectly. The whole spiel that he put out online, I felt as well, was more so for the French under-21s. Like, I've tried to do this, and this. The club knew, we'll get you to this point, then we'll send you for surgery, and then you'll be back for them games. Otherwise, I just think they'd have kept injecting him up, Joe.
That it would have had to. I think the comment Farke said is you get away with these injuries for a period of time, but you can't extend it too far, or else it catches up with you. And the last thing Leeds needed was him out of the last 3 games of the season, where it could be really important at that point. But yeah, it's a sports hernia, 10 days, and the big piece for me was not that he was back in training; he was back in team training, and that's the piece of clarity that's important. I don't think Farke. I see CR81 saying rest him till Hull. I don't see Farke doing that. No. If he can play him, he'll play him. Simply, this is, and Daniel Farke said it as well before. I don't like the term soft, but it's not the time to be soft. It's the time to be digging in, And he said it about these players need to be tough. They need to be hard. They need to be able to do this. They've got to be able to push through these things. Talked about Korea and Georgie getting kicked around the place, and he said that they've got to learn that they can't be soft in this league. You've got to be tough. So I think he'll stick with that as well, and he'll say the same to Firpo. Yeah, ideally we'd like to give you a week off to come back from the Dominican Republic, but you're paid to play for your club. You're not paid to play for international side. So you're here. Exactly. Your job is here. Get on with your job. And Farke will look at it very much as get on with your job. Yeah. So yeah. Exactly. And then he can change it. I mean, again, if you're bringing a Byram in with half an hour to go, fine. No issues there either.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, mate. How do you think it's going to go, mate? Are you confident? I'm pretty confident. I think we win 2-0. But where's your head at?
I'm confident until we get to the morning of every game, and then all of a sudden the doubt starts kicking in, and like, oh, what if? Because I keep waiting on us to bottle it. I keep waiting on us to lead it. To just absolutely right. It's nailed on now. Like Leicester lost, you've got a chance to be 3 points clear. Don't blow it, and then boom. But again, I think we win 2-0. I think a 2-0 win. I don't think it'll be straightforward, and I don't think it'll be a great game. But I think it'll. I would like Watford to come out and play against us. I'm trying to keep in mind the
according to him, I know he's only played one game, but I had a look and he'd spoke before that game saying he wants to maintain possession and play in the opponent's half. So if he's going to try do that, then you know
Best
what I
of
mean.
luck.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said on my preview. So yeah, so Luke Ayling
What's the
bombing down
result
the
in that?
right. Oh, it's full time. Half time. Sorry, half time.
They
1-0.
just about beat Birmingham away in the last game. They lost to Coventry at home, but Coventry are decent. Drew with Swansea, lost to Millwall away, got beaten by Huddersfield, and just about. I mean, they don't score a lot of goals, do they? Like 1 goal against Birmingham, 1 goal against Coventry, 1 goal against Swansea, no goals against Millwall, 1 against Huddersfield, 1 against Rotherham. Like in their last 6 games, they've not scored a lot of goals. So you'd hope it stays that way as well. Although they gave Leicester a tricky enough game. But if they come out and play, and we've said this all season, if you come out and play against us, the play's right into Leeds' hands.
Mm-hmm.
By all means, come and play football.
Agree, mate. I think some are saying as well today. I think Rotherham go down today. You know, if they do. You,
Really?
Yeah, I feel sorry for them, mate. I can't lie. Like, just not.
They do, yeah.
themselves.
Jesus, they're 11 points off safety. They're done.
I know.
I like Rotherham.
Yeah, same. I like
Rotherham.
Yeah.
Huddersfield, well, had your cup final. I mean, as a fan,
I know.
I just can't process it. Like, I know if we play Scum, I want to win, but I don't want to hang my whole season on that game.
No.
You know what I mean? How? Imagine we were doing this stuff, celebrating a draw with Leeds, like we just won the league.
I know.
And then get relegated. Like, what does that look like at the end of your season? Like?
And the worst thing is, like, that Kevin Nagel and that coming out and like going, just talking about us constantly, and it's like their fans are embarrassed by it. I speak to Cossie on the White Rose Rivals, and he said like, yeah, it's getting silly now. But like I say,
is he just trying to grab onto anything to keep them relevant and newsworthy over in America as well? So it's Huddersfield Leeds. Like, he seems to be trying to get a rivalry rekindled there that's just not there anymore from Leeds side. Like, Leeds fans don't look at Huddersfield anymore and think they're a rival. Like, they're not.
No.
And they're likely to be in League One next year, and we're likely to be in the Premier League next season. If you're 2 division gap, then all of your talk on your podcast all of a sudden looks really silly, you know? It's the same with Maresca. Like, all these people making... and I've said this how many times on your program. Don't give teams any other reason to beat you outside of 3 points. Don't lean into it, because they will ram it down your throat as soon as they beat you. You know, or as soon as you're, in Huddersfield's case, as soon as the arse falls out of your season, which it appears to. I mean, they're 39 points. They're only 3 points off safety, but...
Yeah.
They haven't won a game.
Sheffield Wednesday are beating Swansea, which is massive, to be fair.
That has been out, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've got Watford in 14th, Swansea 15th. We should win tonight. I mean, we should win. And that's nice. I mean, that gives us a 3-point gap over Leicester, which is what? That's a 20 point
game
swing.
in hand as well.
Yeah. 20-point swing since the start of January.
So even if they win that game in hand, we're still sitting pretty, you know what I mean?
We're still 11 points, yeah.
And
a better goal difference as well.
Yeah. And we have that, for me anyway, on paper, I think we've got the easiest running, mate. I know some people disagree, but I think Coventry and Hull maybe, and
they're the ones.
Southampton on last day, but I think by last day we'll already be up, pal.
The only part that I look at is, if you look at, go back to December, and that was when we looked at the fixtures at the start of the season. December and the end of April looked the same, pretty much. Like, if you go back to December, we had Sunderland, Coventry, Preston, Blackburn, Middlesbrough. And then if you look at the end of the season of them, we've got Southampton, Middlesbrough, Blackburn, Coventry, Sunderland. Same teams. So we just need to better the results that we got. And then we lost to Sunderland, drew with Coventry, just about beat Middlesbrough 3-2, did a red card, and we beat Blackburn 2-0. So if we can get past Coventry, Sunderland won't be easy. Jack Clark is due back for that game as well, I believe.
Apparently, yeah.
Of all the games, imagine that, yeah. Get past them. I mean, look, we've got to first, we've got to have a decent Easter period, which we historically we just haven't had good Easters. Like, we don't do well this period of the year. More often than not, we've had bad results in Good Friday and Easter Monday. So get past these two, and then you've got 6 games left, of which 3 of them are at home. Sunderland at home, Blackburn home, Southampton at home, QPR away, Borough away, Coventry away. Coventry away is a tricky one. That's the one.
Yeah.
I think if we're going to drop points, that's the one for me. I think we'll drop them in.
Yeah. Andrew said, I'd take a draw tonight. They've had 12 days to focus only on beating us. But we've had that as well, bro. They've also had internationals, you know. The squad is better than 13th, but form says otherwise, pal. I know they've got a new manager. Yeah, they won 1-0 against Birmingham, who were in the bottom 3 right now. We've had about 10 minutes with the lads all together and have no rudder. But they also have internationals, Andrew. Genuinely, they have quite a few, bro. So
our lads know our stuff now. Like, this is, I mean, not having them for the week is not the end of the world.
Yeah. I agree. It's me turning up my mic, bro. It's because I'm eating. I'm just don't want you to hear me chewing, folks. Apologies. I've turned it up now. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me all right.
I can't remember what I was going to say.
About the internationals, wasn't it, mate? I think.
Oh yeah, it's not the end of the world if he doesn't have them all week. Like, at this point, he has drilled into them what the system is, what the style is, how they're supposed to play. They know that. They know this at this point. Now it's just a case of just doing video work around what Watford are going to bring to the game and what to be mindful of and keep an eye on. That's like, it's the back end of the week, we focus on what Watford are going to bring to the table, being mindful of their set pieces, their corners, what their routines, what they do, how they play out from the back, making sure that everyone's aware of where they need to press and when they need to press, where the back four need to be in relation to their attacking players when they have the ball, all that kind of stuff. That's all done with video and some on the pitch work. They'll do a lot of shape work towards the back end of the week anyway. So it won't be a tough week.
Do you know, because obviously Jamie, we have to win, can't take a draw. Gabajan, you'd think we're finishing third, man. If we did get a draw, considering Leicester have lost, it's not such a bad result, is it?
Well, I mean, 4 weeks ago, if someone said to you, you'd be a point clear of Leicester, would you take it? You're like, yeah,
100%.
Absolutely would take it.
Of course I want to win, folks, but it isn't the end of the world.
No, it's not. The most important thing right now, and as Farkas said it, if you win your home games and draw your away games, you'll finish on 92 points and you should be going up. So if we draw away tonight, that's exactly in line with what. Look, if Farkas says it right now and we do it, I'm okay with him. I believe I'm bought in. So if he says draw the away games, win the home games, and we get promoted, fine, works for me. But I would like us to win tonight. Watford, I don't think will sit back at home, especially with a new manager. But Cleverly's going to want to do something. The fans aren't overly happy with the situations they're in at the moment either. So, especially if they're asking for Troy, do you need to get involved helping out with the side after what happened after 28 days of Forest Green he lasted, something like that. And salted half the squad on TV and then got sacked.
Mad, wasn't it? Yeah. Mad.
Yeah, so if that's how desperate they are, fine. But it's and with the evening kickoffs as well, like under the lights. So I think it'll be a decent atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. How do you see Blackburn Ipswich going, mate? Do you think Ipswich just too much for Blackburn? Have fallen like a stone, haven't they? So
I think if anyone's going to win the league outside of us, it's Ipswich.
Yeah.
And again, now I know they concede a lot of goals, and to get to the Premier Division, that's going to be a big problem for them because they'll just get wiped out by teams. But Kieran McKenna's doing a cracking job. You know, I still keep seeing people saying they've been lucky. You're not lucky at this point of the season. Like, you're just no. They've been excellent. They've played a lovely brand of football. It's been all out attack pretty much. They've conceded a lot of goals, but I don't see them slipping up too much between now and the end of the season. I think it's going to come down to a couple of points. I think again, listening to Square Ball, I think the best case scenario that I heard was we're already promoted by the last day of the season, but we can win the title on the last day.
Yeah.
And if we don't win the last day of the season and we don't win the title, it doesn't really matter because we're still going up.
Exactly. So, I booked my hotel, actually. I booked my hotel for Leeds. So after I've finished the watch-along, I'm coming down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, to party in the city centre and that, man, for sure, man. Because, like I say, a promotion party. It was class when I did it for... when we did it in the first time I went up in Millennium Square. But obviously then, it was COVID still, so not everyone was there. Whereas this time... It'll be insane. It
looks like everyone was there. Though.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, exactly. But if you think about it, COVID, well. So, yeah.
I have my hotel booked, my flights are booked. I'm just waiting to sort out tickets and that, and then I'm good to go.
Nice. Where you staying?
Staying in the Armories, just a holiday in the Armories. So, same on Monday. Same on Monday night as well. So,
are you meeting anyone at the ground on Monday, or?
I was talking to Jay. I haven't sorted anything out, but I was just texting Jay back and forth from or Alberta today, so I might try and get up to the Peacock and meet a few. I'm meeting stats before the game because I'm having a chat with him. I haven't met anybody face to face ever.
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
This whole sphere. So it'd be nice to see a couple of people and get to have a chat. And I'm overnight as well, so nice to have a pint and relax.
Yeah.
I'm not rushing back to the airport, so have to work on Tuesday though. So I have to work from a hotel room on Tuesday.
Oh,
I asked for
really?
the day off. And like, well, you've got 2 meetings you should be at. I'm like, fine. I'll fly back in the evening. So I come back in the evening. So I've all day Monday just to chill out.
Do you not have to check out, no?
I got a late checkout. So it's,
how long does it take you to get over, Joe?
well, I live close enough to Dublin Airport. I'm about half an hour north of Dublin Airport, so half an hour to get down, about an hour and a half through. That's what, 2 hours, an hour over on the plane because it's an Aer Lingus plane, not a Ryanair one. It's a propeller job, so about an hour over, and then straight to the hotel, drop my bag, and then go.
What
up to
do you
the
mean
ground.
a propeller? What does that mean?
It's not a jet. So it's not like a Ryanair are jet planes with jet engines that are faster. Aer Lingus flights to Leeds are regional flights, so they're ones with the propellers. So the smaller
Really?
planes. Yeah.
What?
Not a
on
fan.
On the wings?
Yeah.
Oh wow! I don't think I've ever been on one of them. Are you not
Aer
like?
Lingus they're called Aer Lingus Regionals. Yeah. They're like Flybe. Flybe used to have them as well. They're a big
Right.
enough plane, but they're big, massive propellers and not a jet engine. But I'm not a fan, especially with Leeds Airport because the winds, you know.
Yeah.
I've come in on Ryanair planes and I've been, worried I wasn't going to make it. Coming in on this now, I'm a little bit more concerned. I was like, will you make
Yeah.
it? Will I get there at all? Will we even land? Will I end up in France? ATR 72 is James. I was like, yeah. So, yeah.
Josh says I've got Airbnbs in Leeds giving me money.
I didn't know that you should have done that.
Actually, Josh, to be fair, you should be giving them free. Not asking for money from your favourite content creators, mate. Come on now.
Bit of a promo as well.
Yeah. So get in these
Advertise
awesome.
place.
Yeah, exactly. Do
Stay
like a
in Leeds.
YouTube. Yeah,
Stay in Josh,
exactly.
Airbnb.
Exactly, man. We could do a video from your
From your Airbnb, yeah.
from your Airbnb.
The only Airbnb that will let you film anything, because all the other Airbnbs I stay in, there's always a note saying no filming allowed, no recording
Really?
allowed in the Airbnb. Yeah. Stayed in a few for work, and it was there's been notes like on the piece of paper you get or the email you get with what you're allowed to do, and there's like no recording.
Why do you think that is?
Because we used to book really nice places to do video shoots, so we do video content in these really nice kitchens and these really nice places. So, but I think a lot of people do that, and there's a lot of content creators. Some doing mainstream legit stuff, Joe, and some people doing not so mainstream, not so legit stuff.
I was going to say I won't be able to film me Johnny Vaughan now when I come down.
No. So yeah.
There you go, Josh. If you're genuine, send me a DM. I won't buy the bloody hotel if you're saying I can have an Airbnb.
Cancel me, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly. Reach out to us, bro. Definitely. Never heard of a propeller-driven aircraft. I didn't either, David. You know what I mean? I just thought they were like old army planes or something.
Technically, all airplanes have propellers. Technically.
No, but not a jet engine, though.
Yeah, but technically there is a propeller blade in it. Like, it is still a blade. It's just
Fair.
in a jet engine. But
Don't you think, like, when it's setting off and that, it'll be like...
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I
don't
did it
know
from
about
Southampton. I did a flyby from Southampton to Dublin once when we come back from work. Because I used to be over in UK all the time up until 3 years ago. I was working in Reading all the time, so I was over and back every week. And I used to Gatwick usually, but if I couldn't get to Gatwick or we were working somewhere else or we were doing events, I'd end up down in Southampton. So I'd fly down there, meet the lad, and rent a car. But yeah, so I've flown a couple of times back. I don't get the actual. I'll show you the plane.
I'd shit myself.
Original.
Can't lie.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of flying, full stop, if I'm being honest with you, and which is detrimental to my job because I'm in Seattle in April for work as well, so I have to go over there.
Wow.
There they are there. There's the big bad boy there. Here, I'll share my screen with you. There you go. Ah, thank you. Hang on. These.
Oh, that's not too bad then. No, that'd be
No.
alright.
It's like 2 rows of seats, 2 seats either side of it. That's it.
Yeah, it looks all right. I thought it was just like... I'll try to find you what I thought it looked like. Hang on.
If you put a picture of a Spitfire up now.
No, but I'm trying to find one that like
When the Wright brothers on a bike pedaling with the wings flapping beside it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Oh God, where is it? No, I can't. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Flybe's entire fleet at one point was all those kind of planes.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking more like you say, like a Wright brothers one or something. You know what I mean? Just coming over from Ireland.
Yeah.
This
There's
is
pedals
you
on
and
everyone's seat. So everyone's got to do their bit and pedal so we get off the ground, you know.
This is Jer coming over from Ireland. Look, just that gadget there on his plane.
Obviously, the one in the top left-hand corner as well, the big plastic.
Yeah. Brilliant. Mad. He goes. Second half about to get overway. Do you think Middlesbrough can get something, mate? I've watched it. I can't lie. Southampton have been all over him, mate.
No, I don't.
No.
I like Michael Carrick. I like the kind of football he plays. I like what he's trying to do at Middlesbrough. He just doesn't have the players to do what he wants to do. They go on these little mini runs. They said like last season when he took over, they went on a cracking run and just missed out on the playoffs. I just got into the playoffs, I think, at the end. And this year they started really, really well, and then they went off the boil completely and lost a lot of games. And they did another little run again to get back up the table, but they're really inconsistent. But yeah, I think Sam Greenwood started today, didn't he?
Yeah, he started up top, mate. You had Johnny Howson, you had Luke Ayling, man. So yeah,
is he playing him up front or is he playing him in the 10?
I think it looked like Latila was behind him, mate, to be honest. Yeah, I think Greenwood's 9, yeah. But he used to be a 9, didn't he? That's how we bought him, right?
But his best spell for Borough when he went there was playing as an out-and-out number 10. And then they start moving him around because of injuries. They had him on the right wing. They had him in centre midfield. They had him up top. And then all of a sudden his form just died again. Then he was back on the bench. But his best ones have been, his best run for Middlesbrough has been at number 10.
Yeah. Oh, could be a chance here, actually. Oh, no. Yeah, no, he seems to be leading the line, mate, but then like pulling out wide. But yeah, I haven't really watched much of it, Joe, to be honest. We've just been chatting. We've just been chatting, haven't we? So yeah, it's one of them. Like if as soon as like I'll turn my focus back to it if Borough get an equaliser, then we'll wait and see. Do you know what I mean? But Greenwood free kick 1-1. I'm not having it, David. You're lying to me. You're lying to me.
Header back post 1-1.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Big up to my good man there, Danny. Danny, he says, "Evening, fellas. Back from my jollies. What have I missed? Leicester lost, bro. You know that though, don't you?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows that, doesn't he? We know what he's like.
I'm in the score now, actually. Yeah. Nice for Ian Pavetta to get us a winner today against Ipswich as well, wouldn't it? All the Leeds lads doing a job.
Pavetta? He's that?
Yeah. Oh, he's not at Blackburn anymore. He's at Wednesday, isn't he? I was at Blackburn. God.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Blackburn are pretty pish, aren't they, at the minute? So I think the most we could hope for is Leicester.
He's injured anyway. He's out injured.
Yeah, Pavetta is. He went off against when they got beat 6-0. He went off, so yeah, like CR81 says, calm before the storm. Exactly. We got off to a flying start. Now it's just nice and relaxed, and then tonight it's going to kick off again when Ipswich. I think Ipswich will batter Blackburn.
I think they'll storm through them. Yeah,
same. And then obviously we play. So we don't know Millenchip. I don't think he will be. I genuinely don't. But who knows? We'll
it's not as big a. I mean, we had this thing before when Stroke had his groin. I think I said a couple of weeks, and then I got battered in the chat because people going, "No, I had a groin. I had a hernia as well. It's 2 months, 3 months, whatever." And he ended up being back in 10 days. It's a sports hernia. It's keyhole surgery. It's 2 tiny little yolks that go in, and they just stitch everything up. Like all it is a splitting in the muscle tissue. That's all it is. Your intestines or your stomach is trying to push through, so they just stitch it closed, mesh it, stitch it on the outside. Done.
Yeah, and he was like posting pictures of his bloody horse. Do you know what I mean? Not too long ago. So
I love him. I think he's fantastic. I watched the stuff that they put out with his Q&A. It's
he's funny.
Him trying to say him and Flamingo Land trying to say hippopotamus as well was just. I kept thinking of little Nicky. That was going on as well. Like hip hop anonymous.
Oh, can't get on Sky in Tunisia. Yeah, we've got you, James, man. I've got you hooked up, mate. Don't worry. What's the big gripe with Cleverly? He's ex-Manchester United, mate. He's a Manchester United.
Also, didn't think he was a management material. I thought he was.
Oh,
To the
chance
middle
here, Latila. Come on then. Come on. Oh, that is such a shit effort. Oh, he's given a free kick. That was terrible, mate. P-roller straight back.
So like, you watch these games with other teams and you see these moments and you go, that's a goal. And then you see the finishes that they put in, you go, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's the thing, innit?
Same Bristol City. Bristol City had that chance in the first half where your man took 4 or 5 touches in the box and all you were like was just toe poke it. You'll score. If you just toe poke it, you'll score.
Exactly. But I think that's what could stop Rutter being like elite, if you like, is his finishing, man.
He's got time with that, though. I mean, assists he's building up. He's got I know he's the worst XG in the league. I think for a striker or for an attacker, I think he's the worst.
I'm not surprised. It doesn't surprise me that I can't lie. No. It's bad.
But he's top of again. The Opta guys on Square Ball had this. He's top of big chances created. He's top of 1-on-1s. He's the most fair player in Europe. He's top of assists. He's top of big, just general chances created. He's top of 1v1s or second in 1v1s. So he's like top of every single possible metric you could measure him on, and then finishing he's down here. He's then right down the bottom. But that'll come as long as he's making chances for other people and contributing. Like he's got 17 assists this season or something like that. Nuts. Yeah.
He just snatches, man. He doesn't. It's like he doesn't. You know, like some strikes are just cold. They just slow everything down and bang. Whereas he's just like bang. You know, just swings his foot at it like.
Get Beckford to work with him because whatever Beckford said to Dan James earlier this season worked wonders. I mean, Beckford was talking in the studio about saying to Dan James, like when you get in these moments, just before you hit the ball, deep breath, just calm the heart rate and then pop it.
Yeah.
But if Gio gets in really good positions, he creates really good positions for himself, he'll score goals. Now next year there'll be an adjustment again next year, but give him time. He's still about 21. Yeah. 21.
The only thing though, like with that, and obviously I wouldn't be critical of him now because I know what he's got in his locker. In the Premier League, you're not going to get as many chances, so you have to take those that come your way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, because
that was the issue with us the last time. The last 2 seasons, and then going back to Jesse Marsh's, our XG had us in the top about 10 or whatever in the league. Like, yeah, but that's not reality. You've got to actually finish them. So that's the thing. We've got to be more critical. That's why I think we'll need more goal scorers bought into the team. I think we'll need a goal scorer midfielder. I think we'll need a goal scorer number 9. Yeah. Paddy's fine, but you will. And again, I take the point that everyone said, how many years have we've been trying to replace Paddy and unsuccessfully doing it? At some point, we're going to have to replace him with a goal scorer number 9. Like, you know, and actually go and buy a 9, not a 9 that's a 10, and not a 9 that's a winger. You know, buy an out number. Now, the only problem with that is every single team in the Premier League worth their salt is also trying to buy a number. Like, look at Arsenal. If Arsenal had a half decent number 9, they'd win the league, but they don't. You know, so everyone's trying to get that player in, but it has to be a bit creative with it. Maybe it's Willie, maybe it's Joseph, maybe they're the two. Maybe they'll step up next year. According to Spanish media, Joseph is the future of Spanish football. So maybe.
Really? Is that what they're saying after his goal?
I think all over him after what they saw of him so far. Yeah.
Here's one look. Charlie Crew on the bench.
This one for you. This is so we did this yesterday. You'd have heard this thing yesterday. I haven't my notes. Where is it? Yeah. So the player that we all thought that they were talking about breaking through was Charlie Crew. We think it is, right?
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, this story comes up that Spurs and Newcastle are trying to sign
after that young kid,
Ollie Pickles.
Yeah, I see that.
The quote that was used in it though is, and I'll get the exact quote. I wrote it down. From club insiders, Leeds view Pickles as the next young talent to be fast-tracked into the first team.
Oh, it's offside. Offside, sorry. I thought it was the second there. It was offside. What? So the quote said Leeds view him to be fast-tracked into the first team?
The report it says the report states Pickles is being compared to Calvin Phillips due to his composure on the ball. Yeah,
seen that bit,
It claims club insiders at Leeds view Pickles as the next young talent to be fast-tracked into the first team.
We hadn't heard of him prior to that article, have we, really?
He's been very good with the 18s.
Yeah.
He has been excellent. And that's why Spurs and Newcastle apparently are keeping 9 him because he's been...
There's no way that he's close to the first team, though. That he can't be the player Farker was on about. Surely not.
Well, Crew's only 17.
Yeah, but he's already playing 21s internationally, etc.
He's captain leads on 21s a couple of times. Yeah. He's expecting... He says he's not far off getting a Welsh first team call-up as well. He's knocking the door, but he's got a knock at the moment, so he missed out on Wales during the week because of an injury, so it could be him. But yeah, Pickles is the next one they're saying. There's a lot of names in that under 18 team that look really, really good. Max
It's
McFadden,
exciting,
Josh
isn't it?
McDonald. Yeah, goalkeeper as well, Rory Mahady.
Yeah,
Really like the look of him. But they've got nearly 10,000 tickets sold, I think, now for the FAU Cup semi-final, which would be brilliant in Ellen Road.
Yeah, it will be, definitely. It will be class.
Cup is sold out, I think, which is brilliant.
Definitely, and it's great for the youngsters to play in that. Do you know what I mean? To play in that kind of atmosphere in it. To be fair, enjoying this. Cheers, Joe. Yeah. So talk to me about you without obviously giving too much of the video away. I know you did the under 21s, didn't you? With Jerry, was it with Jerry Adams? Was it?
Jerry
Adams. Who's Jerry Adams?
That's a different kind of stream, Joe. The IRA leader. That guy.
Oh, fuck's sake!
Different kind of stream, Joe. Different.
God's sake, man! That's me all over. That is. Oh, is it two? No, good save.
That comes to my head is
yeah,
Adams.
that's a fucking hell, man. What an idiot! What an idiot! Sorry,
Jerry McDermott.
McDermott, man, fucking hell.
At least
Jimmy said, I would watch that. I would watch that.
I wouldn't mind interviewing him. It would be an interesting interview.
God.
So Jerry, so people don't know about Jerry. Jerry used to scout for Leeds in Ireland. So he knows his stuff. He's been involved with the club for a long, long time. He sent plenty of players over to Leeds as an official scout, and even not as an official scout, he sent plenty of people across from Ireland to Leeds. He had actually a picture of when Archie Gray visited the kids in Galway when Archie was only 13 or 12 or 13 or something like that, and Archie's got a Leeds shirt and he's holding up all the kids behind him, and it's a cracking picture. So we looked at kind of what's going on with the rebuild at the moment with the under 18s and under 21s, because obviously Scott Gardner's gone in as the under 21 manager now after managing the under 18s. Edrington, I think, is managing the 18s now, doing a cracking job with them as well. And the couple of names to kind of keep an eye out for, there was a few. He said Charlie Crew is the one he thinks will make it. He thinks there's a lot of people think that Crew will definitely make it at the club. He was talking about Harry Gray as well, and he was kind of saying people just need to be careful with this. He's 14. You know, he's got a long time. There's no guarantee he'll make it. A lot can happen between 14 and 18 years of age from a physical perspective. But what he did say about Harry was, in the year we were split, so this time last year we did it with Jerry, and Jerry said there's a Gray under Archie called Harry who will be the best striker in Europe in the next 10 years, mark my words. But in the last 12 months, he's gone from being nobody knew he even existed to everybody associated with the club drooling all over him and talking about him and Finlay Gorman as the next two generational talents. Finlay's gone. But Liverpool have got a very strong eye on Harry as well. They want Harry and Archie together. And I think that's part of trying to get them away from Leeds, if they bring the two of them together. But he's 6 foot nearly, Harry, now, and he's 15, gone on 15. So he's a big kid. He's built as well. He can handle himself. But a natural finisher, the positions he picks up in the box are very clever. But there's other guys there. Marley Wilson with the under 18s is very good as well. Although he's out with a back injury till the end of the season, but he's been very, very good. Big, strong lad as well. Then there's the guys he brought down from Scotland. Louis Perry came down from Scotland last summer with the 18s. He's been very, very good for them. He's an attacker as well. Josh McDonald's been very good, but then there's lads who've had come through, like Freddie Lane, who played fullback and may as well be a second winger. He's been excellent for them. The goalkeeper, Rory Mahady, or Mahadi, whatever way you pronounce it, he came down from Scotland as well, and he looks really good. Like, he looks like he could be a real one in the future. The first half against Liverpool in the quarterfinal, he played in the number 6 role for most of the first half. That's how advanced the goalkeeper was. He was on the centre circle, literally getting passes back to him on the centre circle and spraying balls around the place. So he's a great shot stopper as well. Lapata White at centre back, they reckon, Jerry reckons he could be one to keep an eye on as well. They reckon he's the next pro contract. He's the next one to get a pro contract. And Max McFadden's been mentioned. Josh McDonald's been mentioned. There's others in there I can't think of right now, but it's a good side. It's a really, really good side. But at the same time, you don't expect you don't expect all of them to come true. You expect maybe one or two of them to come true. And if you get one or two, Jerry was kind of saying, if you get one or two from every age group coming through, you're doing really, really well. That's really strong. But you could go years without getting any academy players coming through. But next 2 years are huge for some of them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's hard, isn't it, though, to make that step up, isn't it?
And then it's players that are ahead of you as well. Like, you look at, go back to the 18s that are there. Take Marley Wilson right now. if he wants to break into the Leeds team, he has to get in ahead of Pirro, Bamford, Joseph, Gelhardt. That's the list ahead of him before he even gets a sniff of the bench. So under 21s. I think the bulk of that under 18 team will go into the under 21 side next year.
Yeah,
and make it up. But it could be a transitional year. There's no relegation in that anymore, so it kind of suits them to they can be a bit more transitional with these teams. Somebody's asking about Jeremiah Mullen has had a horrendous injury up in Scotland and is out for the remainder of the season.
Wow. Okay. Really, I didn't know that.
I only played a handful of games. I think it was a thigh injury, and he's pretty much been ruled out for the rest of the year. Very bad thigh injury, and you know about JB being out for the rest of the year as well. I
didn't know that. Is JB out?
Yeah, he's done. He also had an operation this last week, same time as Stroke. He had an operation on a groin problem as well. There's one thing I'd love to. I think this Square Ball might interview Rob Price at the end of the year, and I hope they do, because I'd love to know why there's so many groin injuries with Leeds this year. Because Stroke's had them a couple of times, Pirro's had them, Gio's had them, JB's now had them. And the adductor, when you hear the adductor stuff, that's all groin. So we've had tons of players. Dan James had been out twice with adductor problems. Bamford been out with adductor problems. So they've all had them. It's all groin injuries, which is interesting. I'd love to know what's going on with the training load is like that's causing these injuries. But it seems to be the number one injury we've had all season. Like loads of players have had it.
I'm not sure on Rob Price, mate.
No, I don't think he's. But he's only he's. The
I don't know
enough.
So. Yeah, I just like I don't know enough. Yeah.
Some of it's not down to the medical team. Some of it's just down to the training load and the training that they're doing. It's actually the physical training they're doing. Rob is just there to fix them when they're broken, but he doesn't break them.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, mate. You are, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Carlisle 3-0 up at Peterborough. Is Nonto out tonight? No, listen, we don't know, bro. Like, we won't know until 7 o'clock comes. That's the facts. Like, we're not going to know because he said a lot. Nonto, Gruyev, who else was there? There was loads, weren't there, that are doubts. So we'll have to wait and see. But I don't think they'll all be out, mate, if I'm honest. Like, it's just precautionary, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I think wouldn't surprise me if we've got a first 11 out there. Genuinely, it wouldn't surprise me.
And I still wouldn't be worried even if we don't. This squad has to be tested from a depth perspective. I mean, if we want this squad to be in the Premier League next year, they've got to be able to do it at this level. They've got to be able to go out and do things. Real quick one. There's a guy called Lee Elms has just emailed me, so I'm assuming Lee's in the chat here somewhere about my shoulder and exercises for my shoulder. So thank you for that, Lee.
Love that.
Appreciate that. I ripped my rotator cuff in the gym years ago, and I never got it repaired properly. So it cramps up. And then every now and then, if you see my news videos, every now and then you'll see my arm just doing this, and it kind of involuntarily does its own little thing. So I've no control over it. It's like my little tick. I'm sitting here just talking, and my right arm just starts moving like this. no control, no power in either. It's rubbish. I was doing stupidly. My trainer had me doing monkey bar kind of crawls. You grab them and you swing to the next one, and my right shoulder was ripped. That was the end of that. So I was supposed to get it repaired properly, and I didn't. But...
Not good, mate. Not good. To be honest, my back hurt and had me doing.
During the week, you said that, yeah.
What was this morning? My new GF had me doing these mad poses. Is it like downward dog and that? And I couldn't.
Yeah, yoga ones.
I couldn't do them. Couldn't arch my back that way. And then that way.
What'd you do to it? Was it a deadlift or something you did?
No, I'm not lifting weights at the minute, Major. Do you know what it was, right? Listen, I think I've told this story before, but I hadn't been on my bike for a long time, got it fixed and drove to my girlfriend's on my bike. It was 12 miles. So my first ride was 12 miles. So I think that's how I've done my bike back.
Go hard to go home, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm like this. And I reckon because of the way I was sat, boom.
Sorry, I just seen that comment from Jonathan saying, "Tell Jared to take up the bagpipes." It'd be just handy, just sit here like this the whole day. Just...
Love that. Max Dean's just scored for MK Dons penalty.
He's doing well down there. He's doing well.
Yeah.
Another one coming up. Lewis Bates killing it at MK Dons.
I watched that. The compilation. Montage. Yeah, looks good, eh?
There's another story. I didn't do it during the week because it came from Team Talk, and I pick and choose which Team Talk ones I talk about because they're 99% bullshit. Like, so it's try and find the one that makes the most sense, or that's at least picked up by somebody else as well. But they had a whole thing saying that Lewis Bay could actually get an extension to his contract at Leeds based on how he's playing at MK Dons.
Do you think they will? No.
I'd like to see it because I think there's a really good player in there, but I just like for what? Like for what? You just give him a contract and then send him out on loan straight away.
You just either go League One or Championship, wouldn't you? You know what I mean?
You'd hope it's lower end Championship or mid. Yeah. But he's a really good player.
Oh, he's offside, man. Fuck's sake.
Who scored?
No. Well, Birmingham have scored, but Middlesbrough were off. He didn't go in, but Middlesbrough were offside. He was just about to hit the trigger, and I think they're in here. Oh no.
Mark Jackson is the manager of Central Coast Mariners in Australia now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's having a really good.
What about thingy at Lincoln, eh?
Scoobs.
Hell of a run. We should have just kept him in, shouldn't we?
He was doing a great job. I remember, have you heard the futsal stuff? Have you heard the stuff with the futsal stuff? So remember when he got the job temporarily, people were like, "Why are we giving the job to a guy who has a futsal background?" And then Jerry was telling us during the week that Leeds are doing an awful lot of work with the academy kids on futsal, getting them grounded in ball level, like ball on the ground football, and they're bringing in coaches from around the area that have got a futsal background as well, because it's the future of football. Like there's rules coming in around football for kids that they're not allowed to head the ball to a certain age, and then when they get to that age, there's a restriction on how often you're allowed to do heading drills in football now because it causes dementia later on in life. I'm knackered if that happens because my whole career was heading the football. That was the entire thing. Was Jer head that? Will you? You know,
they reckon it's linked to Alzheimer's and that as well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Although I won't remember when I get there, but you know.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but so apparently because of that, now there's a lot of football clubs looking at futsal backgrounds and getting kids in with football who play futsal because everything will be on the ground, everything will be on the deck. So, but it was interesting to see Scoobs that background. But Scoobs has done some basketball stuff as well, and he had some. He likes to incorporate different types of sports into what he does as well, to look at elements from other sports that you can take and adapt for football that no one else is using. Or he's a clever man. He's a very clever man. I really enjoyed talking to him. I got a chance to speak to him. He's he knows his stuff. But I'm delighted for him. They were 9 games without a win when he took them over, and then went 9 games without losing.
Sorry, that's really close.
It's very close. Isn't it?
Yeah, no, they're smashing it. I've got them on my bet today. I don't know what the score is today, mind, but Borough are getting a little bit closer, you know.
Are they building?
Yeah, they're in the final third again here. So
Lincoln are drawn with Leighton Orient today so far.
Oh, is it still 0-0?
Still 0-0, yeah.
Lockie's coming to join us as well. Lockie's going to come and have a chat. So yeah, he was house cleaning earlier.
I should have been doing that. Like I should have been doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is your missus working or?
She's next room working. Yeah.
Did you go to Rome? Had you already gone?
We're going. I'm glad I've told her about it now before you said that. Yeah. No. Yeah, we did. That's her birthday present. Yeah, we're going in May.
Going in May, yeah.
Yeah, staying near the Vatican. We're gonna walk down these places. Oh yeah, a Colosseum tour booked as well, which I'm really looking forward to.
Do you think? Oh, here he is. Here is Lockie now. Look, let's bring him in. Hey up, mate.
Oh, how's everyone?
Yeah, good.
How clean's your house? Show us your clean house.
Oh, not my room, mate. My room's a different story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This good bit's stuff. Fine. I'm not going to show you all of that. One of them before I mention notes in background here, you know what I mean?
Talk to me then, mate. Look at earlier though. I tell you something, Lockie. You were saying from day, like if you remember when you used to watch the streams and that, and they were complaining about the style of play and all that sort of stuff, and you know, and it's all come to fruition, hasn't it? Some of them want him out, bro. Yeah. Some of them want Enzo out.
I think that's wild, to be fair.
It is wild. It is.
Look, yeah, there's 17 points and bottled it, but it happens. I just find it weird how quick some fan bases turn on the managers.
Yeah.
And as far as I'm aware, Leicester have a bit of history of that, don't they? Without ruffling any feathers, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Didn't win FA Cup and then finish 5th and then one bad season and then it's suddenly Brendan Rodgers is a bit of a fraud. It happens. I think recruitment and the ownership have a lot of questions about which players you're bringing in, if they're the right players and if they work. Look, we said Daniel Flack has experience in this league and this is what we meant. You can be 17 points clear and that Daniel Farke would have known, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll see. When these games happens and you're playing against Bristol, who've got a decent side, to be fair, I like the manager. Yeah, it's going to be tough. And they didn't pass that test again. Will we? That is the question. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm happy.
Don't ask Celtic fans about Brendan Rodgers right now.
That's not going well.
Steve's just called me a grass, I think, for dropping you in it, Lockie.
Dropping me what?
I don't know. That's what I mean.
How's he dropping me in it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not going well for him. He's systematically been taking apart what Ange Postecoglou had built up there, which is a really attack-minded, positive, exciting Celtic team that were just killing teams to be in this really negative, slow build-up team. And he's marginalised some of the Asian players that Postecoglou brought in who were doing really, really well, and just now they're not. There's not anymore.
Right.
And he's pretty much handed the title to Rangers, I think. But it's not. Yeah, so Celtic were so far ahead of Rangers with Postecoglou. Every time Celtic played Rangers, they battered them. And then Brennan's come in, and it's like Rangers were light years ahead of them. Like he's killed what Postecoglou was doing. It's not enjoyable to watch.
Do you think we'd have been half as successful had Brendan Rodgers got the job?
Not now, I don't. Not looking at what he's done.
Yeah.
Not the full style of football.
Yeah, because he was...
Farke's the man for this level.
Yeah. I think so. People are saying Sargent's just equalised for Norwich. All against Plymouth. There you go. Lockie, what are your thoughts ahead of Watford tonight, mate? What are you thinking?
I don't know, man. You know what? I'm kind of relaxed at the moment with everything because it's been a while. I'm just going to win out of it. That's kind of my mentality right now. Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? We need it now. Well, I'd like us to now. It'd be very Leedsy if we didn't take advantage of this Leicester slip up, wouldn't it? That'd be the most Leeds thing ever. You know what I mean? But the one time that we have a chance to go clear top now. Look, he's a good young player, very good young player. Some good players, Watford. But I think Joe mentioned it earlier. They don't score that many.
No, not the last six. Anyway, one goal every game.
Yeah. So if we kind of come out with our players, whether Rutter's in, someone's out, we've still got enough quality. We've got Anthony on the bench. Anthony's a decent player.
That's another. Yeah, I forgot about him actually. Yeah.
Stoke are beating Hull City, people. Stoke are beating Hull City. Yeah.
Jeez. So, yeah, I think we'll be fine, mate. I do. Yeah. I don't ask me about the lineup. I have no idea. I don't know if Farke's playing games. I don't know if he's been cheeky. I don't know.
I like that we can't read him anymore. I do like that about you don't know if he's being serious and you don't know if he's winding people up. You just have no idea.
Yeah.
And I like that. It'll be an unchanged 11 watch that walks out later on.
That'd be the most Farke thing ever. Same 11, no change. Oh, yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I want to see. Well, I had the joy of watching the last game against Watford at Elm Road, and I think it was Rutter's best performance. It's where he did that Maradona turn, and then that touch he did through the air, came back through there and just touched it with his other foot. Yeah, it was unreal that game, and I'd love to see him do the same again to him because that was the peak Rutter. That was a Rutter that was just playing for fun and enjoying himself.
Do you think he plays, Lockie?
Honestly, Joe, I have no idea. I think I'm not too thinking the hurt is, isn't it? Like the recovery is based on how quick the scar thing is, right? So it's whether he can play with a scar, I guess, whether it heals properly. So I have no idea. I hope he does. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Pirro, though, what do you reckon? Pirro starting there, okay with it, or?
Yeah. Look, is it ideal? No, we want Rutter to play there. He's one of the best players. But it's Joe Pirro. In a game in the Championship, it's fine, isn't it? You know what I mean? He scored 20 goals in the last 2 seasons in this league. So, it'll get a goal. He can get a goal. Joe Pirro, he's got 11. That's not bad. Someone that's not started since, January?
Yeah.
It's still a decent goal. It's not ideal, obviously, but look, Joe Pirro take time for me. I think you've got to be patient with him, and luckily we've kind of got the players where we can allow that patience. Because we got Rutter in there, so you don't really need Joe Pirro to be firing all cylinders. But I'm absolutely fine with Joe Pirro coming in. Or maybe, look, I like that Nonto 10. That one's the little thing there. I know you like that, Joe. Yeah.
Someone's
that
just
little
said
thing
there that Nonto's out
If he's
fully
fit.
tonight. I don't know how
Right.
true that is, but
Like, I have no idea. We'll have to find out.
yeah, exactly.
Well, Rutter's in the pictures, isn't he, for the game? But the
Sorry, I'm just
sorry.
I'm just
Quick
putting up a
watch it.
shot. It was playing out loud. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, I was saying like the
Oh, it's doing it again. One sec. Right, go on, mate.
I just said the graphic. It's got Rutter in it, but we did that before. I can't remember who it was with. We had someone in the graphic, and he didn't play. He wasn't even in the team because he was injured.
Was it
So I don't know
Furpo?
what it might have
I
been.
think it was Purple, yeah.
Yeah,
It was,
because
There's
everyone
been
was
one or
saying it,
two.
weren't
I
they?
think Dan James might have been one of them as well at one point. I can't remember, but he did. That's happened before. So sometimes they just do that to trick. But look, I like the fact we don't know because if we don't know, Watford have no clue either.
No.
So
Yeah, that's a good point.
we've got depth. We'll be fine regardless.
Yeah.
I think.
I agree.
I'd like to confirm the Jamie Shackleton salary situation. I am not earning more money than Jamie Shackleton now that we know. Jamie Shackleton is earning 9,000 a week on his discounted salary, and prior to this last season, he was earning 17,000 a week. So his gross salary for the championship.
How do you know
is
this,
400.
bro? How do you know
I
this?
found Salary Sport.
Okay.
So his yearly salary with the discount rate, because they're on 60% discount this year, is 473,000 a year, and his salary in the Premier League was 884,000.
Right. Okay. I wonder
Which is
why
good if you can get it.
Capology- I wonder why Capology have got that.
Well, they haven't done a 1,700 a week. I'm like, there's no way that's right. Not from
Yeah,
professional
that's-
football.
yeah.
I'd say just kids getting that money in professional football.
That'd be
I
like
did-
an
I mean-
appearance bonus. You'd get that if he gets an appearance.
Probably,
wouldn't it?
yeah. If he ever plays, yeah.
It would be
That's
mad though.
weird,
I
man.
did think it was mad that it did say that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if that's what he was earning, the loyalty that guy has shown, should
Yeah.
be rewarded. That's nothing. That's for a pro football to be getting 1,700 a week. Jesus, poor man.
Do you know what I like about Shaq though? Like, I just love him. I just think he's such like a good guy. But apart from that, he's just a lad from Leeds who's playing for
Yeah.
Leeds, and he's kind of, it's kind of like it's warm when you think about it. Look, we're not saying he's this unbelievable player. And I think even he'd admit he knows what he is. He's capable on his day. He can be really effective. He can. He's shown that when he's come in this season,
Yeah.
and he's kind of done that for the last 5 or 6 years. And I just like that about him. He's the most. Like, I never have a problem with him being here. I just leave him. He's fine. Do you know what I mean?
I think he'd stay though as well for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's just
Yeah.
one of them that'll just get on with his job.
Just loves it, doesn't he? Yeah.
Has
Yeah,
never let. I
good.
keep saying this. He's never really let us down. Like he's never really. Like anytime he's played, you've never been turned around and gone, "Well, Shackleton had a crap game." Like you just never hear that. He just goes on and just does his job.
We're not saying like he should start or even be second choice, but he's just he's a lad from Leeds who's playing for Leeds and he's in the squad. You know, he's there if you really need him. He can come in for a game or two and do what he's good at.
Would you like to see him go on and play on a regular basis, though? Like for
I'd love to see him play. Like I like him as a person. I think, but does he? Do you think he wants to? Or do you think he's happy? Like I said, just playing for Leeds. You can tell his kids he's made so many appearances for Leeds. You know.
I think I would have been as well. Like I think if I got a chance to play for Leeds, I'd be like, yeah, I'll sit on the bench.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to. I don't know. It's a weird one with him. But yeah, because he never, respectfully, never had that talent, that kind of differentiating talent that made him go, oh yeah, he's going to go to the top. He's just always been fine.
He's consistent,
whether it was
isn't he?
Championship or Prem. Yeah, he is just so consistent. I just like him. I just thought, I just like him. I think he's a top.
He's
lad.
still only 23 as well. Like you forget that he's
Yeah.
still relatively young. He's been around forever. I mean, what was he here? When did he make his debut for Leeds?
Ages.
Was he 18 when he made his debut? 2019? 18?
Young,
He made his
yeah.
debut.
Yeah, and he's still the exact same player. I love it. He looks exactly the same.
Do you think he's the backup
Really
option
good
for
job.
right back next season if they make Conor Roberts permanent? Because apparently all the talk is the Leeds want to make Roberts permanent now.
I think he's backup.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah, like I said, like maybe third. Like if we need even a left back or right, but if we have a really bad injury crisis and Shaq's still playing, which he will be at the level that he, at a solid, consistent level, I'm fine with him coming in. Like if he played today, I know some people just lose their minds. Oh, it's weird. He's not a player that makes mistakes or
No, he
silly
doesn't.
things. He does his job. And as a coach, Joe, you love a player like that in your team.
Of course you do.
A player
course
that kind
you
of they all want to play, right? All players want to play, but one that kind of accepts the roles that they are. And when you ask them to come in, they'll come in and they'll do
Come and do a job.
6 out of 10, 7 out of 10
Yeah.
every week. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
If you're, I know the YEP gets stick for their ratings, and you do your ratings every week, Lucky. But if you're giving people 10s every week, it's a very hard metric to measure success. So like a 6 out of 10 is a good number. That's a steady performance. It's a good performance. Yeah, it's very rare you'll get 10s. But 6 is a solid, like it's a consistent player. And arguably this year when he played left back was his best game of the season he played for us. He was excellent at left back when he played there. So
it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Having a player like him. What age was Stuart Dallas when we brought him to Leeds? He's 30 something now. It was 4 years ago. So he's 27, roughly around 26, 27 when he came to Leeds as a winger. And when the next 2 seasons so by 28 he was a utility player. Shaq's 23 now. He arguably could be a utility player for Leeds in the next 2-3 years, and just even if he only progresses a little bit in the next 3 or 4 years and gets like steadily more consistent or steadily better, he's still a decent player. Like
and he's there. It's fair. He has had some injury problems, which doesn't really
this year's been
thing, but but I don't know. It's not like. And I know some people in chat will be saying like you can't rely on Jim. We're not saying we want Jim Shackleton to be the starting player, but every team needs 2 or 3 solid squad players who just come in and do, because you will have injury crises. You're muted, by the way, Joe. I don't know if you.
I've been fucking chatting and agreeing with you for the last 10 minutes. No, I was just saying, like, you saying crises. I love that, mate.
Crises.
Yeah,
is that right? Crises.
Yeah, crises. Yeah.
Is it?
What a comeback.
Also, I don't know if you've seen, but Joe Donahue tweeted about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you.
Charlie Crew will be with the first team squad.
Okay. We were talking about Ollie Pickles earlier on, Lucky.
Yeah, for the 18s. Yeah. I saw you chat that some mental players in the 18s that have really high potential. Like you said, though, whether that's with Leeds or not, it's hard with the quality we have. But yeah, Laporta White. Is it Laporta White? Terrible.
Laporta White, centre back. Yeah.
I watched him in that game against Liverpool. Unbelievable. He just seemed calm and collected on the ball, and his passing range was ridiculous. Yeah,
I keep saying that
really well coached.
If anyone hasn't seen the game against Liverpool, not the league game because they battered Liverpool in the league, then put 6 past Liverpool in the league, but in the FAU Cup quarter final, I've never seen a Leeds team attack with as many players and as quickly as they do. It's impressive to watch. It's a constant white flow, bodies forward. Then they lose the ball, drop real quick, get it back, bomb forward again. It was a brilliant game of football to watch.
I love it. I love seeing because there's always this thing of it is so difficult to make that next step. And I watched your show the other day, Joe, with Jerry. I'll say Jerry. Jerry. Yeah. And that's that step up is I think it's like 99% of players just don't make it to the
the number they have over here for the kids traveling from Ireland over to England, they say and there's tons go over every year. Like there's so many kids from Ireland go over to, from clubs over here to the UK, and of those kids, it's like 1% of them will get a professional deal, and then of that 1% of that will get a second deal. That's how small. You're talking about fractions of a percentage. And then you've got every second parent over here who's putting their entire retirement fund on their kid being the next Ronaldo, and you're like, well, it's not a guarantee by any means, it's so small. Yeah. So for them to actually make it, and Dale saying in the chat there as well, the FAU Cup for me has always been a really good barometer of success of what the standard of them coming through is. Like, if they win, they probably get Man City in the final. That's a tough Man City side, and the only plus is that Finley Gorman can't play in that, neither can Harry Gray because they were too young when the season started, so they're not allowed to play in the FAU Cup this year. But it's a decent side. I really like they've bought well for that under 18 team. Like again, the Scottish lads, Mahady, Peary, and McDonald coming down, they've all been really, really good.
McDonald, another one, excellent.
But I like Freddie Lane at right back. I really like the look of Freddie Lane. I think he's got exciting written all over him, and he's got goals from full back written on him as well. He's got an eye for goal. So again, if 2 of them come through, you'd be lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I love to see it. It's good for the club as well.
Max Dean has just got 2 goals and 2 assists off the bench.
Yeah. You know what I love about that? Everyone, and I think when a lot of people saw him make that move down the leagues, everyone thought, all right, he'll have a good career in that league. How old is he?
Come back up.
19?
19, yeah.
I think, what's he on now? 14, 15 goals this season? Mental. And this is proof that you don't need to go to the top straight away. It's fine to take that step now. Because now he's putting them numbers up. A lot of the teams higher will see that and say, right, low fee, worth a risk. Yeah, I love it from him. Good move, honestly.
Just to come in, I've just received a text off our good friend Russ who said, no Nonto tonight. He didn't travel with the squad yesterday. Told he's out for Monday too.
Dan James then.
Yep, Dan James.
So that's the only one though that Russ knows. Is
that the only one, Russ? I know he's good mates with Joe and stuff. So, yeah, I'll let you two chew the fat over that because they're gonna let me go make a coffee. The legends that they are. Well, so you two chew the fat over that, and I'll be back in a sec.
1 sugar, please, Joe. Nice, thanks. Max Dean has got
black coffee, and that's all you're getting.
Here's my hope for cappuccino. Oh well. Max Dean in 22-23 in League One, 9 appearances for MK Dons, 1 goal. And then this season so far, he has 12 goals. So far this season.
12 goals.
Which is not bad. Not bad for a kid.
20 is he still, I think?
He is just gone 20. Went 20 in February.
Right, yeah. I think I was looking for my uni work a few days ago, like a few weeks ago, up some players that are doing really well, that are really young. And through the metrics I use, like the goals per minute and stuff like that, I think he's the best or second best under 21 in the entire EFL. He's doing ridiculous. So, and that's what I said earlier, Joe, about this rush for players wanting to go to the top really quickly. You don't need to.
No,
if you're part of a good setup and you really believe in yourself and you keep developing and learning and take your own time out to do your own analysis on yourself, watch yourself, learn more, you've got the talent. Like most of these guys at this level have that talent, right? The professional football it's that 1%, that 2-3% more that make you have 100 appearances in the Premier League or none. Yeah, and look at Harry Kane. Harry Kane didn't come through. He wasn't this big talent. He worked hard. He was patient. He went down the leagues. He didn't play a lot. He was on the bench in, I think, Championship a lot. Had a season where he worked hard in the summer, came back, and look at him now. There's loads of players like that. And I hate it when there's this thing that, and I get it. Look, as a young man or a young girl, you want to go to the top quick, right? You don't, I get that, but just look at your options and figure it out. Like, look at Cree now. Cree's stock now is Jack Clark. Yeah, good example. There's so many in our team. Nonto did all that stuff at the start of the season. Didn't need to. If he'd have got his head down straight away and started the season like he has been doing the last 10 games, his stock would be higher.
You wouldn't have seen Dan James this year.
Yeah, which is crazy. And that's it. And yeah, I don't like this rush to the top. I think if you're a really, really good, like Jude Bellingham, like, yeah, fair enough. But yeah, some of our players now are proving that take a year out, be part of a good team, a good setup, and you'll develop naturally through that.
And more exposure, like it's more games. Like you drop. I mean, what's the point in sitting on the bench or sitting in the reserve team playing games that don't really matter? Go down a division, play competitive games on a regular basis. You'll get better. You will naturally improve. And then when you go back up again, as the saying goes, good players are better with better players. Like if you got, once you get that level under your belt, I always say there's a moment where a young player will have that kind of light switch moment where they're like, yeah, I can do it at this level. And then the confidence level goes through the roof. And that's when you make that step. And I think I said about Sam Greenwood at Leeds, like his moment with Leeds was the goal against Bournemouth. It was like, yeah, you can score in the Premier Division because you've done it now. Now you've done it, you know you can do it. So now push on. But there's always that moment for these young kids as well. But take your time. Look at Jamie Vardy. He ended up in non-league football, came all the way back up, has now been a Premier League winner, an FA Cup winner, played in European football, Luke Ayling with Leeds was released by Arsenal, went down the divisions, ended up with Yeovil, then gets picked up and up the divisions. He comes again and he played in the Premier Division and unlucky not to get an England call-up at one point as well. So, it's not the be-all and end-all if you don't make it at 18, 19. And kids develop at different age. I mean, I've played with lads that I said before, we're really, really good at 15, 16, 17s. And by 19, 20, they just hadn't developed any more than that. And kids had passed them out, And then you go back to, lads that I played with who were really, really good at up till they were like 23, 24, and then guys that were hanging around and playing the odd minute off the bench by 28, 29 were first team players on a regular basis now and had bypassed them again. So people just develop at very, very different ages, and you're especially with teenagers with puberty and everything else.
Boys, stop the press. Hang on. Finn Azaz, I think Middlesbrough might have scored.
If it's Finn, it'd be great.
I think they've scored. I think they have.
Sounds like
Obviously,
it.
I'm a little bit well behind. Latila, I think they've scored. No fucking way.
No, not according to the live score. Not yet. They haven't. That'll be 90 minutes.
I think it's coming,
Or is
bro.
everyone trolling?
Nah, I think it's coming. Luke Ayling. Go on, Luke! No, I don't think he's scored it.
Right.
Let's have a look. Johnny Howson cross.
Yeah,
Yes! 1-1 at the death. Get the fucking.
Right, Leeds. Leeds.
not
Wow.
a bad day.
Please,
Not a
Leeds.
bad day at all. Can you believe this, man? What a day this
Points
is turning out to
on
be.
the board over games in hand any day of the week.
Bill was involved. Cross. Latila, good header. Bazunu. Someone said they wanted Bazunu over Melier, by the way.
No.
He said, terrible goalkeeper.
Well, he's not terrible, but he's not.
He's shite.
He's by a mile the finished article. But I watched two Ireland games this week with Queevy and Kelleher in goal for one of them and Bazuna for the second one. And Kelleher had a few handling moments, but was ultimately covered for himself. And Bazuna had a couple of foot moments where he didn't cover for himself and was lucky not to concede goals. So for me, Kelleher's a better goalkeeper than Bazuna, but you won't get Kelleher. I wouldn't be in any rush to sign Gavin Bazunu. He's a decent young goalkeeper, but he's a decent young goalkeeper. But that's right now. He'll get better. You'll definitely get better.
Am I all right to ask you two something about?
Yeah, of course.
I know you're switching streams after the game, Joe. So I don't know if you want to wait for after that or.
No, go on, mate. You're right. Kickoff.
I asked you about Joffe. What's happening with Joffe? Will he stay? Should he stay? What's because at one point he was the next thing. He was doing unbelievable, and he's had unlucky. He's been unlucky with injuries and stuff and selection. But what do you all think?
Do you want to go, Joe, or shall I?
You can go first if you want to, mate. It's your stream.
I think. I don't know. He's still young, right? He's still young, but I think he's a bit like Sam Greenwood in the respect that you don't know what the best position is. I think Joe mentioned earlier how Greenwood's played 10, he's played on the right, he's played up front, and I think Joffrey's done the same. I think whenever Farker's used him, he's seemed to use him off the right, or maybe in the 10 at times, never as a striker. I don't know if he has the stature for it. I don't know. It is sad because, like you say, we weren't the only one. Like Liverpool, everybody wanted him. Yeah. And we've managed to get him in the door, but maybe I know he gets a lot of injuries as well, and that could be down to his body shape and that as well. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm reticent to. I don't know if that's the right way to use that word. I remember someone correcting me, but I don't want him to be sold. He's still got a long time left. He just needs a loan. Like, he needs a full season. The thing is, when he went to Sunderland as well, he was supposed to partner Ross Stewart, right? Yeah. Then Ross Stewart got injured and he was expected to lead the fucking line. And he's not that kind of striker. Who, by the way, Ross Stewart, that's a point. Didn't Southampton sign him? He's still not played. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Yeah, so, Southampton wobbling. I thought you said winning then, Kevin. I thought they'd scored. So I think, it's sad, but I don't think he's going to make it. I know I've noticed Harvey Elliott. Why is Harvey Elliott on the screen?
Wait till I actually perm my hair at the weekend. Then it'll be even more.
You play like him as well, don't you, Lockie? I've seen the footage. I've seen the footage, bro.
I put some clips into it. I said some clips to Joe and Andrea.
Yeah.
I need some validation because no one says it.
Pascal broken Harvey Elliott.
Yeah. Who are me and you, Joe? You're Steve Stone. And,
just two generic bald men, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Someone keeps putting Gianni Infantino in the chat. I don't know if you noticed that. Someone kept saying it. I just left
He's
it.
I don't like him, but he's a very polished man. I'm far from that.
Yeah, that's fair. QPR look like they're getting a late winner against Birmingham. Yeah. Wow. That's huge. That is huge. Do you think, folks, I know there's still a while to go, but does this put Southampton out of the automatic race dropping points here?
What does it mean?
If Leeds and Ipswich won.
My only thing with them is they have us all to play. So if they did get full points from us three, they'd be back up there.
Back.
Yeah, that's my only thing. So
They'll have
not
7
yet.
games. They'll have 7 games left, and they are 8 points behind Leicester.
Right. So if they then beat Leicester, us, and
Yeah. Well, Southampton play Ipswich on Monday. They've got to win that.
That will be the one for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they don't win that, yeah, definitely, I believe.
But
until then, it's close. They need. Yeah, it's not ideal for them this situation, but
94.
But if they win their,
Stoke have beaten Hull 2-0. Wow.
If they win their game in hand, it'll put them on 77 points, which is 5 points behind us with the same amount of games. And then if they drop any kind of points to Ipswich and Leicester, they're done.
Yeah, we've got to win them.
They're now in the 95th minute of 94, Southampton, so I don't know what's happening here.
It's not funny how games that we're looking at and we're worried about scores and tend to go into the 99th minute.
Yeah.
They just keep going and going and going.
Exactly.
Happens all the time.
I've been saying this, Tyler. I said it yesterday as well. I think
Don't say it too quick, though. Yeah, let's get past Easter Monday before we say it.
Let's play him first. Yeah.
Wigan weren't all that either. Let's not forget.
I do remember this. Well. I do. Come on, Middlesbrough. Then blow your whistle, ref, man. It's 95.
So we're all going to Leeds game. Last game of the season, eh?
I've booked a hotel, bro. Yeah, I booked it yesterday.
Well, I'll be there. Regardless if you ever get tickets, I'll be in Leeds that day.
Yeah. There'll be a Just Joe reaction stream in some pub in Leeds straight after the game with what's around the table.
We need to get Andre to come down.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I know.
Come on. That'd be class, wouldn't it? Andre.
Come on, man. It's 96 now. What the fuck's going on here?
I'm not sure about the team.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, it would be great. It would be great to have him down. Oh, Joe, seen the other day as well, man. You're on fucking 27k.
Yeah, that happened out of nowhere.
You're gonna fly past me, man. I was like, where's this guy come from?
I wouldn't mind getting numbers on the actual views, mate. That'd be nice. But then,
for all over, folks. Southampton have dropped points. Get in, Borough. Get in, Middlesbrough. Huddersfield.
Does that make tonight a little bit more nervy now for everybody? Knowing that if we do win, it's a big gap.
Yeah, true.
But it also means if we do drop points, like if it's look preempting this, but if Ipswich drop points later on, it means that we can afford to have a wobble and get away with it, and still be top of the league.
Yeah.
I just think it's massive the fact that we're now on even games with Leicester and we're still top of the league. That's a huge psychological piece.
It's insane,
got 3
man.
points clear.
Yeah. Look at Russell Martin. Get down the tunnel, you absolute stiff idiot.
Oh, was he at it again, is he?
Oh, I just can't stand him. I really dislike. Did you not see that post someone put of him doing and he were on the beach with his head down?
His dog.
Yeah, like he was shooting his bloody album cover or something, man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Focus on your football, pal. You're not the
made
man.
Yeah.
He'd just say no, wouldn't he? But remember, Sky couldn't even get Bielsa to do a photograph. They did superimpose his head onto someone else's body and put stick a crest onto it, to try and make it he's no, I'm not doing
that. Was terrible.
No. Can we get your photograph as part of your contract for the Premier League? No. Figure it out.
Did Preston win? Can you?
There was 3-0 up, I think.
I'm going to reel these off for you folks. Yeah, did Preston win?
Preston won 3-0. Well, they're winning. Yeah. It's still going on. It's an injury time, but they
Norwich.
Norwich are 2-1 up in the 94th minute.
Lincoln.
Huge for them.
Lincoln, League 2. Where are we? Lincoln. Are they League 1? League 1, aren't they?
Scoop Bala.
They're winning 1-0 in the 96 minutes. Another win for Scoops, which will put them, I believe, into the playoffs, won't it? 10th. Oh, no, they're 10th.
MK Dons won. What's Wigan? Please tell me Wigan have won. Because I know MK Dons have.
Wigan have won all but Burton.
Yeah. Oh, for fuck's sake. All the rest have won, and it's 18-1, that is. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, Lincoln will go 6 if they win. So
I need Wigan to win, but that's not going to happen.
As it stands, though, it's... Oh, I'm looking at it. Yeah, Lincoln are into the playoffs, 64 points.
Come on, Wigan.
Scoops.
Cracking, what a job he's done.
Hull got beat 2-0 by Stoke. Wee.
That's mental.
Yep.
Scoops,
that's mental.
This was before Scoops took over, right? Their run from the end of last year. Draw, loss, loss, draw. Scoops takes over. Win, draw, win, draw, win.
Yes, flying.
Yeah, mental. Fair play. What a man.
Good man, Scoops.
Yeah, he is.
Give it Scoops.
Give
I
it
was so
Scoops
hyped
for
when we
the
did
end of
it.
the season.
I proper backed him.
Exactly.
I still like him. You know what I mean? He's gonna do it.
But again, he's a real understated kind of manager. There's no bravado with him. It's not
Does his
about
job,
him. It's
doesn't it?
about the football. It's about the football. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Wigan drew. Wigan
they did,
drew.
yeah.
Fuming.
Kind of a turnaround for Norwich, although Ash Phillips scored an OG. Anyone rate Ash Phillips? I like Ash Phillips as a young centre back.
Really young.
genuinely think,
19.
I think he's a decent centre back.
Yeah.
I again would take a gamble on him as well. Yeah, I think long term this
player.
could be a smashing centre back.
I agree. Yeah, I do like him.
He's very good against us
Mm.
in all 700 games we
guy
played
at
him this year.
Plymouth. The guy
Yeah.
at Plymouth. Yeah, really good. Yeah,
Sure.
from Spurs, right?
I'm on,
Yeah.
Yeah, came from
I like
Blackburn
him.
last season.
Mhm.
Yeah, good player.
Very young.
Good player. Yeah.
For his age to be playing the way he plays, yeah. And he gets
Some
involved.
really
He's
good,
not-
really good young players in Championship, isn't there? Really good young players.
What did you say this time?
I swore at Jamie because he said jokingly Wigan have scored because he was on the
All
wind
right.
up, and then Tony's just said rude, so I'm flipping the bird to Tony as well. Do not but complain, you Tony O'Shea. You should know
Imagine,
by now what you're getting.
Imagine Ipswich lose and then we lose.
Oh no! Well,
Don't
no,
say that.
Do that. Don't do that.
Well, do you know what? If that does happen, it's as you are, but one less game to play. It's like now I'm
Positive.
counting how many games there's left. I'm not even counting points right now. I'm going one less game, one less game,
Yeah,
one less
7
game.
left.
Exactly.
I used to have a manager called Dave Grogan when I played, and he never counted the season on points gained. He had a league table that he used to do it himself on points dropped. That's how he calculated if you were going to win the league. So he knew if you were going to win the league based on points dropped. So we're all adding up our 3 points out of every game, going, where are we in the league? We're in the league. And Dave was going, how many points did they drop? How many points did they drop? How many points did they drop? That was his league table.
This one's on Sky, isn't it?
The next one is, yeah. I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, Ipswich versus Blackburn. I can only see a Blackburn win though, man.
Blackburn win, yeah, nice.
Do you reckon?
That's what he said.
Ipswich win. Sorry.
No, he said it now.
Sorry,
Sorry,
man. Yeah, well, let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. What time is it?
No, yeah, you're right though.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, Ipswich are probably batter him,
But what a day so far. Let's
never
be
know.
real. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for Leicester to get beaten, Southampton to draw last minute as well. Do you think everything's like? Huh?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Do you think everything's setting up for
Don't say
Leeds
that.
United
Don't.
to drop
just-
points? Like,
No, I mean, Ipswich will win, I think. That's all I'm saying. It wasn't Ipswich.
how
Don't
mad's this
tempt
though,
me.
right? Leicester could spend the evening outside the top 2. Even if we get beat, that's going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think the off the field stuff is starting to affect them?
Yeah,
As well.
I do. Yeah.
Do you think players are looking at the future?
Yeah,
It
probably.
depends. Yeah, I guess it's the motivation of, so we're not going to be here. We can't sign new contracts.
Yeah.
We're in trouble anyway.
There's so many of
yeah.
them out of contract, in the summer.
Most won't stay. That's
No.
the thing. So they already know it's whatever. Yeah, some of them definitely. I think it will affect you.
Yeah.
I like
um,
Ipswich.
Yeah. Oh,
Doing
yeah. I
really
like
well.
what they've done for sure.
Mm.
I'm just gonna have a look at.
What people think. Blackburn are good.
Where's I'll rivalry aside, Joe. What's your thoughts on what Locke said about like if they weren't in the top 3 going for promotion, they'd sack Maresca based on this form? Like, what's your genuine thoughts on that? Is that a bit harsh?
Yeah, I disagree. I said that because this is a championship. So if you were in mid-table, you would expect this because we see it all the time in the championship. Look at Bristol City, look at Middlesbrough. You go on winning runs, you go on losing runs. If you're mid-table in the championship, that's what you do. So no, I disagree. Listen, at the end of the day, I know it's been a massive fall-off, but he has done a good job, really. He hasn't done a bad job, has he?
The form table that I sent you earlier on was crazy because it's a new thing on. They just added it to live score. On the form table, Leeds are top, Ipswich second, Norwich third. Leicester are 5th bottom on form.
Last 5 games, I think the 21st, but that might have changed now because of the 3 PMs. Do you know what I mean?
20th.
Still.
20th, yeah. Last drawn, one loss.
The mad thing is, right?
It's because they've had it was so good, wasn't it? It was too good, and then it went too bad. Whereas us, our form was been fine, good, not great, brilliant. They've had really good, terrible. It's not been in between. I think that's kind of the reaction there.
Yeah.
But they bodies back today. Like Iniacho was back, and Didi was back, Pereira was back, and it didn't make a difference.
No, it didn't, mate. Do you know what? Like, Vestergaard gave the ball away so much. Dewsbury Hall the same. Vardy missed loads of fucking chances. It's
Dewsbury Hall wasn't good.
No, he wasn't.
Dewsbury Hall didn't look a shadow of what he's looked like this season. He was miles away from what he's been.
You know why?
This year.
No, clubs like Manchester United and that all want him, man.
He doesn't play if he goes there, though, does he? Like, I mean, I know they're a mid-table side now, and long may that continue forever. But you know what I mean.
It depends how they play. If they play with him and Bruno behind a striker, it could work, couldn't it? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't see. I look. I'm saying this because I'm in Ireland, not because I'm in Leeds. I have a lot of friends who are Manchester United fans because it's Ireland and it's different than it is in England. However, I still feel the same about Manchester United. But they would not be happy with signing Kieran Dewsbury Hall. They want to sign better players. If they're looking at a player coming in from a championship level side, regardless of how good he is in the championship, they will lose their nut if that's one of their key signings in the summer. Like, that will not be. I mean, they didn't like getting Mason Mount. They're not going to want Kieran Dewsbury Hall. Like, I'd take him. Be delighted to get him. I think he's a smashing player.
I was going to ask that if we went up. Say Leicester didn't go up and we did.
Pick him off.
Yeah.
See, no, I think he's a top player. No, you not think
he's a good player?
I don't. Not saying he's not a top player, but I just don't think that their fan base would be excited by that kind of a sign. And bearing in mind what they're all hoping is going to happen now with your man that's part owner now, they're expecting big money to be spent, which is not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Oh, the other thing about Sage as well on money stuff is the reality of the new version of profit and sustainability in the Premier League, or whatever the new version they voted on is, means Manchester City can spend 500 million a year on transfers.
Wow. Is that with the 85% revenue thing?
Yeah. Who's voting in favour? If you're not a top 6 club, you've got power here. Why would they vote in favour of these deals?
Out of the top 6, though, would that not make us? I'm just curious. Would that?
No, we're
we're in the top 20 in Europe. We've got decent.
We are in net worth, but that's not revenue. And that's the key word here is you can spend 85% of your revenue. That's not your club's net worth and net value. That's money you've brought in.
If you search on revenue, Leeds United back in 2021, were in the top 20.
With what the size of the club and the fan base around the world and the good the 49ers know how to brand a team. Let's be real. Would that be something that, again, looking at obviously at that top 6, that would we be up there with the rest in terms of spending? Do you think?
Well, it depends on how creative they get. And I think they can get very creative here. I think you're looking at sponsorship deals will be huge for this. That's revenue. That's pure revenue. But you'll see the likes of, especially with Newcastle now as well, if this does come in, all of a sudden their owners would have created like 5 or 6 brand new companies that have no actual business and will be sponsoring the clubs for, was it Manchester City's Nexum's sleeve sponsor apparently was worth more than most shirt sponsors for everybody else. They just put the name there, and I don't think they're a real company or they're a small company, but they're connected to the ownership as well. So that's the creative way of getting your personal wealth into a club, is to just sponsor yourself and put the money in that way. They can get creative. The global reach is huge for that, though. I think that's where they can get really creative with that, especially the names that are involved in the enterprise part of Leeds. All the basketball players and the Phelps as well. I think there's opportunities to bring in massive sponsorships there. So you're hoping then you've got good short sponsor, good sleeve sponsor, and then training gear sponsors are high as well, and then whatever match day sponsors you can get as well, and then TV rates.
So according to Forbes valuation, this was in May 2022. Our revenue is $229 million, which is about 171 million.
Such a spending pool then. So you spend 85% of 175 million.
Yeah, but that was 2022. Yeah. And according to the Deloitte Money League, Leeds ranked 23rd in Europe for total turnover. But that's what you're saying. That's the not.
Well, they rank 12th in global sporting empires net worth. So Leeds ranked 12th globally across all sports in terms of ownership models. So when you start to bring in the individual wealth of every single owner that Leeds have and put them together, Leeds ranked 12th. And the Yorks have so much money.
Yeah,
But 171 million on transfers, 85% of that. We'll take that, won't we? Be all right.
Well, you're gonna probably you'd need to, and then that'll get bigger every year. The longer you're in there, the bigger that
Yeah,
gets.
100%.
And then if you can increase the,
We've also got sellable assets as well.
Yeah,
which is key in this. Having young players that you can sell for a lot of money is key.
You're bringing in,
isn't it?
You're bringing in what, 1 million per home game currently right now, and there's what 36 games in the Premier League, so it's half of 36. I don't fucking know. 20 something, 18, 19. I don't know.
18,
Maths is not me.
18,
Maths don't get along.
18.
But say that 18. So that's 18 million a year, say, and just revenue you bring in from that. If they get the capacity increased and what they want to do with that, and they get it up to the 4 million mark, they're looking at all of a sudden there's more revenue. That starts to increase there as well.
I don't know who said it. It might have been Prague, but they saw like revenue that Spurs were making from their stadium, and they said they can get it near that.
Bro.
Leeds reckon, the size of the brand and what they can do with the stadium, putting events on there, making it bigger, obviously, that they can get it near there. That'd be mental.
Look at stadiums. Like, look at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin. It's never closed. It's never closed. It's not matches. It's the amount of corporate space they sell, meeting rooms, event space as well. That's
around the corner.
Yeah,
it's always something on.
Jess does it like for her job. Like she brings companies over from America and then puts on like events for them in Ireland, and like they book Croke Park, which is the big GAA stadium, 80,000 seater stadium in Dublin. Then you've got the Aviva Stadium as well, and they'll book places and those for huge corporate events. So it's about making the space busy every single day of the week for the whole week, and then getting revenue all the time, and not having an empty stadium sitting there outside of once every 2 weeks. So there's plenty they can do with it as well. And they'll brand all the stands as well. They'll all get sponsorship as well. It'll be huge sponsorship.
That's what they're really good at, isn't it? That side of it, 49ers, building that brand and making it as big as possible. That's what they're really good at. So hopefully that will lead in the right way, though. We don't want us to lose our identity, do we? But
no.
There'll be things we won't like, but it will make us a lot of money, and we kind of might have to accept some of those things, But as long as
giant sports director on the roof,
stuff like that. Yeah. All that fun, maybe some light shows, isn't it? But
God, light shows.
Listen, man,
and also the light show stuff. Like, we've got a light show before kickoff. It's like, and then it's just a couple of lights flickering on and off. It's like it's like the most underwhelming start to a football match. Rugby league do a better job of promo in a game before the start of a match than soccer does, or football does. Sorry, someone will get upset that I said soccer.
Soccer ball.
Soccer ball.
You got Gaelic football over here, so if I say football over here, someone goes Gaelic. You're like, no.
Is he really?
No.
Would you say soccer in Ireland?
No, some of us have to though. When you're dealing with players that do dual sports, so when you're coaching players and they play Gaelic football and football, you get, I can't come to training this week because I've got Gaelic, so I can't do soccer.
Stadium name change?
No, definitely not.
They won't.
They would be. They're not stupid, are they? They know that would be terrible.
I think someone said it. Someone else has said it there. The way it would probably be, And Nashville said Ellen Road sponsored by Levi. That would more than likely be what they would have.
I didn't know. I found out. This is a bit society. I didn't know that in the Champions League you can't have sponsored name stadiums, can you? I didn't know that until recently. So
neither did I, actually.
So it's got.
But Red Bull are not allowed to be called Red Bull in Europe. They're that's what they call them, RB Leipzig and RB Salzburg. They're not allowed to call them Red Bull in Europe because the NCAA's rules.
It's thingy brands, isn't it? For the league, not Europe.
But that's why all the Chinese gambling companies sponsor Premier League jerseys, is because it's illegal to advertise gambling in China. But the the games are all shown on TV, so you sponsor an English club and your brand is seen in China. So they do it that way. Yeah.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
Same idea, yeah. Can't do it that way. You do it another way. So
I'd love an Ellen Road revamp. Make it a bit fresher, some paint. That'd be class. Right now, that's all we need. I went the other week. You know what? Some all right food. I had some all right food.
Yeah.
Chicken chips with some sauces on it. Yeah, lovely.
Oh, nice.
I'm very impressed, to be fair.
Last time I went was West Brom, when Sam Allardyce was there. And
you chose a terrible kid. You mean all right, okay.
COVID game. I think we battered them like 5-1 or something.
Oh, you chose a good game then.
Yeah, and then they have been since. Mad that, innit? I wouldn't have gone during that fucking Jesse year anyway, I tell you that much. Hated
Did I
that
see
man, you know.
Jesse at all? I didn't see him play. I didn't see any of Jesse's games, but I did. I was at the Newcastle game when Allardyce was in charge.
I went to the FA Cup game. That was it. Well, I could get tickets for that. Yeah. I wanted to spend money on because
Yeah. What a horrible, horrible man that guy is. Still angers me to this day.
Which Marsh or
Marsh.
Allardyce?
I didn't mind Allardyce because I just wanted us
I
to win
did.
games of football, man.
I did because it was just anti-football. When you saw all this coming in, like going, Jesus Christ! I know we're throwing the, kitchen sink at the wall here, but God, does it have to be him?
The highlight of Sam Allardyce was when we made Man City waste time.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah.
When Man City had the ball in the corner because
we'd
brilliant.
We'd what a 55% pass accuracy during the game. You're like, of all the things to do against a Manchester City team, don't give them the ball. Every second pass Leeds did was straight to them. Like, good man, Sam.
I believe it. And Michael there.
Definitely playing. What's his story? Right. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
it's
put
a
a
statue.
post up. He's put a post on his Instagram story in a Leeds kit.
Don't believe anything Rutter says. He probably saw the picture, got excited, and thought, "Oh, I'm going to put that up."
Yeah.
Breaking footballer post on social media. Oh yeah. I mean, hang on.
Hopefully, he's not trolling.
That's the post. Like,
yeah. I think that's him saying he's starting, no?
Yeah. I would imagine he's involved anyway.
You see that? That I think you mentioned it earlier. That questions video he did, unbelievable.
It's great.
It's where he just giggles for no reason. I love it.
I don't know. He's like, bah! Yeah, I like him. Yeah, more of that.
I said this in the chat one the other day. Like, I genuinely, he's becoming one of my favourites.
Yeah, he's
just as a personality as well. I think he's brilliant. He's infectious.
He's fun.
Like Kalioski in that sense, yeah. Just a good energy when you hear him or see him. It just makes you smile, and that's important for me. Someone just makes you smile.
Well, it is in the dressing room as well. I mean, this is the thing that we were talking about last week. It was they're talking about the dressing room being so close and everyone being connected and they're all supportive of each other. And you're going, you just can't see the lone players come on back into that dressing room after the dressing room that they had, which was
tough
cliques and different groupings and problems and arguments and all. You go, you just can't merge those two together. You'll destroy it. Like,
yeah. It's a good energy in there. You can tell, when they've not been genuine, but you can tell that. Yeah, everyone gets on. Everyone texts me out of each other a little bit. A bit of fun and stuff. It's good to see.
After the game, by after the game, you see them all walking around in a group together. Like you go back to last season, and they were very quick to get off the park. They didn't want to be together, and again, it was very fractured looking as well. I mean, the bench. I was talking about Rennie March this week as well about his comments. And I'm saying, I wanted to see what the relationship was like with Marsh, and I maybe backed him up on a couple of things. There was two moments. There was two moments that I remember picking up on. The Chelsea game when we won. And it was the first time I saw Marich and him actually have a conversation on the sideline, and they kind of March threw his arms around Marsh when they won, and then Jesse just went like that and pushed his arms away from him, like get your hands off me kind of thing, and then walked off celebrating with the fans. And they're going, that doesn't look okay. That doesn't look like there's everything. And then there was a second moment where he said something to him, and Jesse just barked at him. And I was like,
I listened to that on the train yesterday. The interview with March. He's good coach. I really like what he's obviously. Bayern Munich under-19s now, part of their performance team as well. He's doing really well. He's genuinely one that I'm going to keep an eye on because I just think there's something there. His knowledge and the way he speaks about football, really interesting character. I was disappointed that he didn't take. I mean, Skubala did it anyway, and he's doing unbelievable. But I want to see Maric take them few games. But he does the job. I agree when he mentioned. He said he did own up some things. He said, "Look, this is stuff I'd have done different." But then he mentioned, he said, like, we weren't able to do that. Wonder why that is. Did he get told, no, we're not doing that? I imagine that would be part of it, yeah. Because they asked him about Red Bull. Because he basically, in a long answer, he said, I'm not the Red Bull. There's things I like in Red Bull, but I'm not that. I do my own thing, which I love about him. So it'll be one to watch for sure.
I thought that was the point of bringing him in, was that it kind of just leveled out that it wasn't all Red Bull. It was kind of, there was another way to bring it back. And the stuff that he'd done at Dortmund, I thought he'd stay at the club. I thought when Marsh got sacked and when Chris Armas got sacked, I was fully convinced Marsh would stay on the club. And then when I saw him in the stand the following game, I was like, yeah, he'll come back into the fold as a coach in the club, and then they'll work away, bring him back up.
Well, he mentioned in the interview that he talks to the current coaches of Leeds, which is interesting. So you never know.
I don't believe he was a Jesse Marsh appointment. I believe Jesse wanted Armis, couldn't get him. And the club had said to Jesse, you need to appoint somebody. So they went and appointed somebody for him. And I think that the club...
He worked in RB before, so maybe they thought there was a connection there. Yeah, I agree.
I thought they brought him in because he was the assistant head coach. And then when Chris Armis came in, they were like, the assistant head coach. I was like, you can't have two assistant head coaches. It doesn't work. Like, that's not how football works. You can have multiple coaches, but you've got a head coach. That's why, you know, and if you're the assistant head coach, and then you've your hierarchy underneath that. But that's the way it's supposed to go. And the fact that Leeds had two assistant head coaches and one was Jesse's man and one wasn't a good dynamic for me.
He's definitely one I'm going to keep an eye on, see what I'm interested. I've always liked him as a coach since he came in. I was always interested in him. So young as well. He's 33? Mental. I might be even younger. And he was assistant at Dortmund at like 28, 29 years old. Yeah, he's got a good career ahead of him, I think.
He's a big background in analytics as well, Lucky. Something for yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Comes from that background.
Yeah. Didn't have a great playing career, so didn't really work himself.
Some of the best coaches never did. Some of the best. I mean, even Daniel Barker will say he was a decent striker, but he wasn't a spectacular striker. Jose Mourinho was Jose Mourinho was a goalkeeper. I think he was a goalkeeper, but he was non-league. Or his dad was a goalkeeper. He was a non-league footballer. He didn't really make it. Yeah. I've been asked who my favorite Republic of Ireland player is at the moment. It's Amadeli. Bamadelli. I really like him. Centre back.
Yeah. Is it
He's
Forest? Is he playing now for Forest? Because he wasn't playing at the start of the season.
He's in and out. He plays. I like him. I think he'll do fine. But he's a ball playing centre back. He's good in the ball. I like him.
He'd be one that I'd be if they went down and we came up.
You pitch like that. There's a couple.
Yeah,
there's a couple. I won't be going after a lot of their players. I think they've signed. I don't think they've signed well for us. They've signed volume over quality.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no Bab said there. Graham Taylor never played. Excellent manager in his time.
There you go, yeah.
You don't think this is the guy? Yeah, it goes again. Yeah, but he's very good at Watford. Very good career at Watford. And at Villa. Villa fans like him as well. He had a good time at Villa as well. Did he manage Villa when they beat us in the League Cup final, or was that?
Not sure.
The other fella.
Not sure.
Don't know. I blanked out most of that game because my brother's a Villa fan. I just can't. I just can't. He recorded it on like VHS and he still has it. It's still on his shelf. Like,
really? Yeah.
I think it's just to rub it into me. Just so when I ever go, same it's there looking at me.
Yeah, he's 31 when he marriage, which when you think about it, is mental.
I know, right? Yeah.
So he was 29, 30 when he was at Leeds as assistant, and 28 at Borussia Dortmund as assistant coach. Crazy.
There's something there.
Stop talking about
there
him. I just like him. Sorry, everyone in the chat.
The fact that Munich have picked him up straight away, like the fact that Munich have gone, we'll give you a job as under 18's head coach. Like, I'm on 19's head coach. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, he's clearly well thought of in the game. I liked him. I thought it was a good appointment, but what do we know?
Yeah,
man. Right, boys. Well, I'm just 10 minutes away from the next one. Listen, thank you so much for coming in and keeping me company. Really,
you leaving your own.
I know, yeah. I'm really grateful. Listen, both games have gone our way so far. Can we make it a hat trick? Do you reckon? Hat trick?
Why not? Draw. It was a draw. Draw.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am gonna.
I'll be wrong.
Yeah, probably. But it is what it is, mate. I do think they'll steamroll Blackburn, to be fair, but we'll wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I think we've had a super chat that I've missed actually before we go. Oh no, it's not there. But it's on the other one. Must have put it in the other one, ready for us to go on over, maybe. Listen, legends, Parians, thank you so much for giving up your time. And, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.
Pal. Talk to you later.
Yeah, man. Listen, folks, we'll go straight on over to that other stream now. You don't need to adjust your TV sets or anything like that. Bye-bye, look. You don't need to adjust your TV sets or anything or like that. What I'm going to do is hit go live on this other one. And what will happen is, when this one ends, you'll just go straight on over. What legends them two are for coming in. It's enabled me to, like, get me head in the game and, like, have a coffee and toilet about 4 times and all that sort of jazz. But legends. Listen, we are going to go on over now to the other stream. So please come and join us. Let's hope for a hat trick. Let's hope for you can see my socks that I've took off and put on ready. Yeah, let's make it a hat trick and hopefully Ipswich can do something. So I'll see you over there in 2. Peace out.